for us. All right, so we left off. The part of the group had got together for a little powwow and said, hey, who wants to steal some stuff? And that was good, but one member of the group was knee-deep in the trenches. Knee-deep. In the trenches. He was deep in something, but might not have been in trenches. Anyways, he was taking one for the team. Anybody else want to jump in and help me out here?
Do you want me to describe more of what was happening to our friend Donald Duquesne?
We don't need you to describe in detail.
Well, no, but I mean, just, to catch
Go for it.
up.
Yes, I want that.
Yes, so, I had, successfully infiltrated, Arcadia, Aegis, to get to our, assassination target, Miss Van Zant, who looks surprisingly, shockingly, like her daughter, Jessica, who I'm also familiar with.
in the biblical sense.
There was a flood.
Oh my.
But yeah, so I have gotten enlisted as one of her personal guards and was invited back to her apartment to continue guarding.
Exactly.
And we connected over a sandwich.
That ass.
No, I made a sandwich.
Right. A thigh sandwich?
Okay. Yeah.
Pretty much. So, we're going to pick up from that point with Sarah's character.
Yes.
It's late at night. What are you doing? It's the same night. For the purpose of the audience, this is the same night. This is going on.
Same night as I watch the little blip on my map fly away towards California. That is Donald. I figure now is probably the best time to start putting plans in motion. Because the quicker we get this done, the quicker it's over with, the less, the less danger there is for our friend Donald. So, at this point, I am going to call our two friends, Gears and Alan, for another powwow, specifically for the mission. So,
right. In
ring,
two
ring.
separate places in Seattle,
Yep.
two comlinks, different individuals, both begin to go. You do the best voice for it. For a phone call. Hey, the meow, 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 meow. Their phones are ringing. The meow, meow ring.
Who's ringing?
Yep.
Both of them.
Who's calling?
Sarah's calling John.
Did I fix mine?
Oh.
I think I...
We're sorry, but the number you have dialed is not in service at this time. Right, that one?
No, not
the
that
meow,
one.
meow
Oh,
one.
I'm sorry. I didn't know which one. Like, alright. Hold on. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
This is a new ring. Like, it's not the meow, 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 phone call. It's the new ring.
And then sometimes it'll just switch over to meow.
That's if you don't pick it up quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
So you had at one point in time had a chance to go into your phone and remove that audio in question, Gears. But as it's late at night, you and Trixie are probably watching some reality me feed. Your work phone, starts making that meowing sound.
God damn it, someone keeps fucking with my phone.
Alan, you are currently at Miss Valentine's house, and your work phone goes off.
Hot lead. Just wait a second. At least we were only watching movies and cuddling.
There you
Well,
go.
Alan can think. Yes.
Hello.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great. So we need to get together soon-ish would be the best. So we can have a little chit-chat, some talking. What time would it be? Like late at night?
Probably about 12, 1 a.m.
Okay. I have no sense of time as Zamora because she does have insomnia, so she's up at all hours of the night.
I'm sorry. What time did you say it was?
We'll say 12:40 at night.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, what would you guys be free anytime soon?
Tomorrow.
12:30 in the
Afternoon.
morning.
Is it really that time?
All kinds of things I'm doing at 12:30 in the morning.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry guys. Really, like I am truly, like I have no.
I mean, if it's important, we can. If it's urgent, then yeah, let's do this. But
Well, let's just do brunch somewhere. I have to run a few errands, I guess, in the morning. But could you guys be downtown at some point?
yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thanks. Bye. I'll send you guys where we're going.
It's IHOB, right?
Yes, IHOB. International House of Burgers.
IHOP. I love it.
I'm making a call
Yeah.
so that I'm just gonna record from
I want to begin writing a program for a high-level firewall on my phone.
Okay.
After I clear my phone, after I wipe it again.
Okay, you find the audio file in question. Doesn't take long. It's not protected in any way, shape, or form. It was downloaded seconds before the phone call that you just received came in.
Ah. That
So-
bitch.
How dare you, sir?
So you take a moment. You begin plugging away on your phone.
Well, if I know where it's coming from, I'm not as paranoid now. But yeah, I'll still start plugging away on my phone. Yeah.
Okay. Trixie looks over at you. Hey, what are you doing?
Protecting my shit. My stuff.
You're playing
My
video
phone.
games on your phone while we're watching TV?
No, I'm not playing video games. And I do sound a little aggravated.
She'll poke you and say, okay, and go back to watching whatever reality me feeds you guys have got on.
Yeah.
All right.
And Alan's just going to turn his phone off. Well, turn his phone to silent because he knows it's only going to go like that if Zoe goes. And otherwise, and if she's calling him again, it's probably something important.
Okay.
I mean, I will. I'll text you guys the place that we're going. IHOB, whatever they've changed their last name to now. But before I go to meet them, I am going to take a lift over to Lomax's side of town. And just make a shop call, I guess, because he should have probably by now acquired the white noise generator that I wanted.
Yeah, you had talked to him about it.
Yep.
I'm assuming by now he sent
Two of
you...
them. I asked you to give me
Yes.
one too. Okay.
Yes.
I assumed by now he sent you a message saying, hey.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'll say, hey, I'll be over there in the morning.
Okay. So you call out to a auto drive vehicle Your overreactive, super hyperactive sprite that's currently sitting in Donald's phone sends you out another message saying, hey, by the way, I'm right next to the other phone that you wanted me to look for. Super excited. It sends you, tags you 4 or 5 more times. You realize that you never sent a message back to let it know that it's okay to chill out a bit.
Okay, calm down.
So you as you walk outside and the Uber comes up, your phone goes bling, bing, bling, 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 bling. You stop to roll your eyes for a moment, realize what's going on, and send it a message back to just go into sleep mode for a little bit.
Exactly.
And the sprite receives the message and curls back up into the phone to pass out for a little while. The Uber pulls up. It's a self-driving Uber. You slide on in and start taking the ride through. Lomax was in Sonomish?
No, he was on the outskirts of downtown.
All right, so that's north. So driving through the little bit of a maze that is downtown gets onto I-5 late at night. It's 1 a.m, so you drive through a couple of the now currently burning barricades the I-5ers put up to have some of their fun in the early part of the night. As the Uber zips through the intersections, a couple of I-5ers decide to pull out behind your Uber and start giving chase. Their motorcycles rev loudly as they start to catch up.
Exciting.
Being that it is now about 1:32-ish in the morning.
Okay. Do you have? Can you get out your dice? No, that's fine. I'm going to Matrix Perceive and see if their bikes are any sort of electronic. I assume most of them are. That I can just shut down on the way.
Not muted.
Jay.
Yeah.
Mute. Thank you, Sarah.
Okay. 3, 2. Four successes.
All right. Yes, they all have icons. Yes, they're all active. There doesn't seem to be much defenses. Probably a firewall of 1, maybe 2.
Oh, fantastic.
They're not even linked to their phones. One guy actually has a pretty decent phone, and it's not even linked to his bike. They don't know what they're doing.
Okay. Yeah, how fast I'll have the can I have the Uber speed up?
You have to
I
get
guess?
3 successes. You have to get 3 marks onto it before you can take control of the Uber's driver program and tell it to do stuff.
Oh, excellent. Okay. I'll just turn off their bikes.
Okay. All right, so
I can buy successes to
you're
hit.
going to take a negative 10 to get 3 successes at one time to take control of a bike.
Yeah, because that's just a hack on the fly.
All right, and how many successes will that give you if you do that? If you buy 1,
Inside.
2.
It should. Let me double check. Two.
Okay, so you can take a neg 10, get 2 successes, and get 3 marks. Just
Yes.
okay. Tell me how you. That means you're going to be able to get into each of their bikes without any actual problems. You're going to generate some Overwatch, but I don't know how that's all going to work out. So why don't you, since you're not rolling any dice, just role play through this situation.
Okay. So I kind of, as we're driving down, I see them pull up behind us. They start doing their little fish or weaving their bikes back and forth between, kind of coming up on the sides of the car. It's on the interstate, so we're probably going. I don't know what the interstate or the regular traffic speed limit is. Probably about 70, 75, something like that. And just kind of wave at them. They rev their engines, and I just kind of go and wave at them and turn their bikes off. And then, sudden stop at 70, 75 miles an hour. You're going to lay that bike down.
Well, what actually is going to happen is the motor's just going to shut off. The brakes aren't going to enact unless you tell them to. These bikes are older. The only thing you could probably pull off is shut down.
Okay.
Or say that it's got into a wreck, which would call their insurance company. So you could turn their bikes off one at a time. So it's like a round action to go, your bike goes off, and then your bike goes off, and then the last guy, your bike goes off.
Okay.
I'm gonna point at him through the window and then call him out.
You! I mean, maybe that'll scare him enough.
Is that what you... Tell me what you want to do.
Yeah. Little finger gun.
So you pretend finger gun shoot their bike, and then the bike shuts down?
And then it just shuts down.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. All right. I'm pretty sure that's rather intimidating as you point your finger and the first guy's bike starts to swerve. Now, they're armed. So as they get closer to the Uber, they're trying to shoot out the back wheels. So as the first one gets closer enough, you pull out your handgun, literally, and go,
finger gun.
Achoo! Are you doing that like out the window so they can physically see you?
No. Well, okay. I mean, they can see me through the window.
Yeah, sort of. It is dark, but all right, fair enough. So you chew it, and the first bike goes down.
Okay, roll down the window just so I'm like, hi, finger gun. Look over the other one, finger gun. Look over at the other one, finger gun.
All right, I'm going to roll for the third guy as he has a chance to figure out what the hell's going on before it's too late. He's a mouth breather, so I'm not going to put a lot of confidence in his ability to handle this. So he gets all of 2 dice to play with. And he's going to need to score both of them on successes. He does! He does! So you finger gun the first guy and his bike shuts down. You cross draw and finger gun the other guy and his bike shuts down. He panics, reaches, because he's the farthest away, I'm assuming. He reaches for his gun, so actual initiative.
Oh my god! So good!
Alright, so this mouth breather has a +5 to his D6. Bam's going on 7.
Oh gosh, that's terrible.
So I have 14.
Alright. The mouth breather pushes down in his shotgun. It jumps up into his hand. He brings the level as quickly as possible, but on 14, you go first.
Okay. I'll blow him a kiss and turn off his bike.
All right. So he's opted to shoot instead of drive. His bike has entered the first round of swivel. He uses some dice. He's also using a scatter shot at long range, so he has some even more negative dice. Turns out he only has 1 dice to drop to actually try to shoot you.
Okay.
And he succeeds. Unfortunately, it's not very accurate being scattershot, but the Uber still gets hit. As soon as the Uber gets hit, the autopilot goes, warning, warning, collision, windows up, please secure yourself, passenger detected, unbuckled, warning, calling police, and all sorts of signals start going off. The motorcycle swerves, starts moving off. The other guys are out there trying to get their cars cranked up, but you still have control over it. And the Uber begins driving, and you can't see it, audience, but finger quotes, defensive driving, which means it goes left, left, right, left, right, right, left. That's defensive driving.
Oh.
In that pattern.
Serpentine.
Exactly.
Oh, good
All right,
Lord.
so the Uber starts to warns you that it's rolling up the windows and you need to get back in the car. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I guess I have to take control of the Uber now.
All right. 3 successes.
Okay.
Sorry, 3 marks to take control of the Uber.
Yeah.
So that's a hack on the fly. You subtract 10 dice, and all you need is 1 success. And you're in control. Then the following round, you can start giving it orders.
So I'm gonna have to pull out my big gun, my Kuma. just so I can get it all at once.
Sure. You can't buy that many successes.
How many do I need?
One. You need 3 marks and 1 success to make those 3 marks happen if you take a neg 10 to your dice pool.
Oh, then yes, I can do that.
All
I'm
right,
sorry.
you have taken control of the car on the following round, and the following round after that, what do you tell it to do?
Not call the police. Number 1.
All right. It was reaching out. Let's see, you guys. You're still in downtown, so it's Knight Errant.
Yeah.
And it's not actually calling Knight Errant. It's calling some sort of cheap ass security corporation that is like. You hear him on the radio, ADT, like calling an ADT.
Yeah. OnStar.
OnStar. No, not OnStar. No. Something cheaper than that.
Oh. Like the knockoff OnStar.
The general.
The general.
The
Like the Keystone Cops.
What's that?
It's calling the Keystone Cops.
There you go. Keystone Cops. So, yeah, you stop that. The security, you give enough flags and information that says that the car's fine. It just kind of freaked out because it hit an animal.
Excellent. Yeah. Just keep on.
Some
Just keep on driving.
Some paracritter on the highway jumped out in front of this little Prius. And, oh, right. You arrive in the upper part of downtown, coming off the highway. As the Uber comes to a stop outside Lomax's, you're noticing that the Uber's not doing so well. As it starts to begin slowing down, there's a lot of bumping, a lot of weird sensations, and the car's doing like this, wobbling around a little bit. The warning systems in the car says it now has a flat tire.
Ah. I mean, I will erase my passenger record from the car itself.
So I'm assuming that like the next 5 minutes you stay logged in to keep control over it.
Yeah,
Okay.
just quickly.
Sure. Let me just check that Overwatch score of yours.
Okay.
Okay, I checked it.
Okay.
All right. So you wipe out, you clean yourself out of the system.
Yep. And just send it on its way, like it got a call from somewhere else.
All right. You tell it to. You put it back into the pool of cars
Exactly.
because it's right now going maintenance. You're like, no. You're just gonna go pick somebody else up.
You just go, and then they'll be like,
All
I'll
right.
give it like a 5, like after I'll set it to after 5 minutes, go back to regular mode, and then it'll drive itself to the maintenance thing.
All right. So as you step out of the Uber and walk away, the shotgun blast was pretty good. Taillight missing, tire got punctured. None of the glass or the windows got hit, and if they did, the bullets, the shrapnel just bounced off. The I-5 was firing shrapnel rounds at you, like little metal studs to pierce
nice.
tires. They were, it would have hurt face on, and definitely was designed to take out tires.
True.
As
Man.
you get out and the car begins to drive off as best as it possibly can, suddenly your comm receives a message. Blue, blue. How was your Uber drive? Could you rate us 1 to 5 stars?
It wouldn't have done that, would it? If I erased my passenger?
You erased your information on the computer and your phone. So you went into the Uber system and took whatever phone number you gave them off.
Yeah. Like
Okay,
erasing.
That's just on the car that you modified, not the Uber system.
Oh, that's fine then. That's fine.
So Uber
feel
sends you a
like-
message asking, could you give us 5 stars for that last ride?
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 5, was that ride successful? Did you
Yes.
arrive at your destination okay?
I did.
Was there any traffic issues?
Of course not.
Would you use Uber again?
Absolutely.
Would you suggest Uber to your friends?
Of course. I get a coupon for $10 off my next ride.
That's right. 10 yen.
10 yen. There you go.
New yen, yeah. All right. So, as you let the car limp away into the night, blub, 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 blub. You turn to Lomax's shop. Being that it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, the light says open, but there's nothing to indicate that there's actually anyone home.
Typically there is on if it's a late night call like this, I would come in through the side door.
Okay.
Since it's me. There's a camera out on the back door. Give the little knock to it. And then just wait for Lomax to open the door.
All right, I'm going to poll the audience, which is radio. Should Lomax be there, or has he stepped out for a little bit? Unless anybody else. I mean, if there's somebody, who else is here? We've got Apricot, Droop, Fruit.
There are some.
Eakin's here. Roll a dice. Hi, he's home. All right. I generally like to roll 3d6 with my Shadowrun. So we're going to roll some dice, Eakin. You can see it pop up here in a little bit on the roll 20.
I mean, that's pretty high.
From 3 to 18, do you think a 13 is high enough?
He's home, but with friends. A friend.
Yeah.
Just continue the theme of the night.
Yeah, he's home.
All right, we're going to go with he's home.
You're bothering him.
Yeah. Eakin has a good point. That's 2 successes.
That's true.
That is 2 successes. All right. You hear a clicking sound and then a buzz.
I open the door.
All right.
Push to come in.
You push to come in. There's a small shotgun hallway-like foyer area where it is about 15 feet of nothing but hallway between you and the next steel door. There is a small panel in that door as well as a bulletproof glass. And that small panel is big enough to have something stick out of it and shoot down this hallway. That's why they call it a shotgun hallway. Anyways, you walk in through the door. The door comes to, as you're walking in, the door comes to a shut behind you. You hear the other door buzz and click.
Open up the second door.
All right, you walk into the more roomier parts of Lomax's shop. The fixer definitely keeps this area a little bit more spread out. You know, not a lot of clutter. The large bank of TVs sit off to one side, as they are all off right now. The small kitchenette is also quiet and darkened because nobody's currently using it. And you hear the soft shuffling sound of bunny slippers heading this way.
Maxie, is that you?
Yeah, it's me. He comes walking in a bathrobe, a pair of bunny slippers that look like they've seen a better day, and he's smoking a cigarette. The bathrobe's tied up, so he's not being indecent.
Of course not.
Sweetheart, it's 2 a.m. in the morning. Is someone dead?
No, you told me to come by.
I told you to come by, but I didn't tell you to come by at 2 a.m. in the morning.
I'm sorry.
You need to sleep like a real person.
I am a real person, sometimes.
You know what I mean.
I know. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. I shouldn't be getting on your case. A voice from the back room calls out. It's heavy. It sounds a little bit exasperated and definitely feminine. Who's out there? Lomax says, back. Don't worry about it. Just stay back there, honey. I'll be finished in a little bit. What's that? No, he's surprised to see her in the sense like 2 a.m. is too much.
Are you sure? Because this is the first time he's heard from her since she texted him, sorry, I didn't mean to not tell you about my brain surgery.
Oh, right. I apologize. This is totally the wrong interaction.
Right. Oh, no.
I totally did. We have to do a little bit of a rewind because
That's true. That's true.
didn't tell him about the brain surgery, and now you're coming back after the whole surgery.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right,
Excellent.
so there's the buzz noise. You walk into the shotgun hallway. There's the second buzz noise. And instead of you opening the door, Lomax is pushing the door open at this point in time. He has a very sweaty-looking, pasty face right now. Like not like maybe he was lifting heavy objects or something.
Right.
But he is wearing a robe. It's somewhat tied up in a pair of bunny slippers. He's just like, Zoe, come in, come in.
Hey there, Maxie.
He just says, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, as good as one can be.
It's 2 a.m.
Is it? I'm really bad at times. You know this.
You need to sleep like a normal person.
Yeah. I'm a normal person.
You hear a deeper but feminine-like voice call from the background. Who is it, Maxie? And he yells back, don't worry about it. I'll be back in there in a minute. And he looks to you. And, of course, different scenario, considering the point. He's like, she's just a friend that I have over for the night.
I mean, it's fine.
What happened? And he starts kind of like looking at your head at this point in time.
Come on, let's, I'll make you some coffee. This is gonna be, an interesting story.
All right.
So I'll sit him down since he's just woken up or been doing things, whatever.
Gymnastics.
Make some coffee. Gymnastics, yeah. Sit him down. I know my way around his kitchenette because, whenever I first moved to Seattle, this is where I would come. I actually got my first job from him. He let me couch surf for a while until I got my first apartment, and then eventually I got the real job and yada yada yada. The rest is in the podcast. Yep. So I rehash everything that had happened. I tell him about the surgery. I tell him that everything went really great. I don't tell him all of the little details.
Right.
At this point, I don't want to freak him out and tell him, hey, guess what? Technomancer. Pew pew.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's keep it simple for right now.
Exactly.
At some point, a woman about Lomax's age, probably at least 1.5 times his weight, comes through in just a towel and heads past the doorway that leads from the bedrooms to the bathroom. She leans in while smoking a cigarette. Everything okay, honey? Lomax looks over. Yeah, it's fine. This is a clientele of mine, and she's very special to me. Kind of like a daughter. And she goes, just a daughter? And Lomax nods. Yes, good friends.
Yes.
She smiles. Hi, honey, and then heads toward the shower.
Yeah, so after, we're sipping on coffee, or, I'm letting him know that everything's okay. I let him know that I had moved from my previous apartment. Mm-hmm. Just kind of give him an update on pretty much everything. Yeah.
Considering he was your first fixer, he helped you get your roots here. He has a tiniest emotional connection to you. You sharing this level of depth with him about your story will actually improve his loyalty to you by 1. He is incredibly empathetic with you at this point in time, and he says, look, I got those white noise generators you asked for. I'm glad to hear everything's going okay. Look, if things like that happen again, you can reach out to me. I'm here. I know people.
And I was taken care of by a first-class doctor. She was absolutely wonderful. Right. And it was, everything went really, really smoothly.
after some coffee and a couple of cigarettes, she gets finished with her shower. He goes off to get the white noise generators. She comes in to make herself a cup of coffee and kind of join in on the conversation. Cheryl is her name, and Lomax and Cheryl sit down and they tell you about, the last couple of days. Cheryl changes the mood. It's now more about what they've been doing, or Lomax talks about business and stuff like that. And you find yourself ending up, it's like 3:40 in the morning by the time you get another message from your sprite going, hey, did you get my message? I found it. I found the other phone. Hey, I found it. I'm here. So, like, what? It's like you realize it's 3:40 when your phone goes bling, 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 bling.
Oh man, you gotta open shop in a couple of hours. You guys. I mean, you guys should get some sleep. Would you mind if I crashed on the couch?
Of course. I'll get all the old army blankets out of the closet.
Awesome. I love those
He smiles
things.
at that. It's like the warm kind of like, his illegitimate child has come back home for the night. So he will break out some pillows, clean all the old electronics, boxes of electronics off of the couch, which is like one of them patent leather couches that creak when you lay on it and stuff like that. And
I love
incredibly
that.
cold and uncomfortable, but still sleep well.
No, I love those. I love the cold crinkly leather
Oh,
that's
yeah?
like flaking off in some point
Yeah,
where you
at
just
some
see like the
points.
fabric underneath it.
Oh, yeah. And
so
you
good.
you can take a permanent marker and color it.
Yes.
It's a special kind of person who used to do that kind of stuff. All right, so Cheryl will tuck you in, wish you well, leave you a bottle of water by the couch. You get to sleep in the musty electronics and old paper and filled room. That's the back end of his pawn shop. For the people who can't see, there are finger quotes, air quotes for pawn shop.
Pawn shop.
And you get an amazing night's sleep.
Oh man.
You wake up at one point in time, probably about 8:30-ish. We're just going to toss that out. When, in your mind, your big owly bear friend tells you your other sprite won't leave you alone, and it's getting close time to meet up with everyone else.
Okay. So I'll get up. I don't know. Let me see. Would they be up by now? They'd probably be up and in the front of the shop because
Yeah.
Lomax is, kind of old school. He gets up super early, does the rounds, cleans a couple of things, works on a couple of projects, that kind of stuff. So I'll kind of take my time getting up because I don't have to be anywhere until, brunch time, which is like 10 o'clock, 10:30.
Right.
I will, however, rifle through his vintage electronics that he keeps back here.
Okay.
Because that's one of my favorite things that I used to do.
All right, you start finding a slew of things. To the common passerby wandering through these labyrinth-like walls of old devices, things blend together from box to box and whatnot. But to you, there's a level of organization that you can detect as you begin moving from computers to old recording devices and televisions and stuff like that.
Yeah, recording devices.
All right, you wander into a collection of VHS, CD-ROM writers. Hell, there's maybe even a Betamax there.
That's what I want.
You want the Betamax?
I want the Betamax, and I'm sure he has like a couple of tapes like strapped to it just to keep it in a bundle.
Organized it in a garbage bag, taped up with
man.
some painter's tape.
Yes. Yeah. Grabbing that.
Lomax's
And-
voice cuts through the air as you're digging through the box. You want that?
Yes.
Aye, it's yours.
Aw.
Ain't nobody gonna buy that thing.
Do you got any security cameras around here?
Yeah.
I
You
know
want
you
old
do.
school? You want new school? What you want?
Something that, well, I mean, I guess I can hook anything up to this with a couple of right chords.
He nods. A couple of converters, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Here, I'll go get a box or two. Just don't rob me blind.
I won't.
He comes back with some security cameras, some cables, power, set up and whatnot in a collection. He's like, I already sorted through all this stuff. There's about 5 cameras in there. I got up 2 other Betamax tapes. Might as well get rid of them all. They're actually in the original packaging too. You'll find there's a connection, a 4-way, a split, a power box over there, and a power converter as well. So you can go from Betamax to aux if you wanted to do something else with it. Anyways, it's all yours.
Aw, thanks. Are you sure you don't want nothing for it?
You're gonna pay me at some point in time. Just I don't know what it would be. I mean, nobody's gonna buy this stuff.
I mean, whatever you need. You can call on me for whatever.
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay. So I kind of hang around the shop, help him sweep up a little bit, whatever he needs. If he has like a piece of equipment he wants me to look at, I'll help him with it real quick.
Sure.
And then I would have already texted them whenever I got up the time, which would be around 10:30, to meet at the IHOP downtown. So then I'll start making my way to the IHOP, whatever it is.
IHOB, International House of Burgers.
Right. That serves pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're gonna swap over to the actual IHOB. Robin, do you show up late or on time or early?
On the early side of on time.
Okay. And Jay, does Gears show up late or on time or early?
Fashionably late.
So far you've held to that. That's great. I appreciate your consistency of character. All right. So Zoe, you show up reasonably early for your own setup at the IHOB. Sit down, get yourself some prefab sugary drinks filled with carbonated crap. Maybe some of their soy calf instead.
Yes.
All
soy
right.
calf.
They even put the soy calf on the table in a pitcher so you can pour it for yourself because their serving staff is lazy as...
Fantastic.
All
and
right.
it should be early enough before brunch, like actual brunch, to get one of those, like, you know how they have the little, like, section that's off kind of in the back? I ask for that.
Sure. They tell you they're having a special on burger waffles.
Just regular waffles, please.
They have a special, buy one, get one free on burger waffles and burger waffles with cheddar and bacon.
Just regular waffles.
All right.
Not burger waffles.
I'm not being consistent. I'm showing up this is what I did last time. I show up exactly, what time am I supposed to be there?
10:30.
10:30. I show up exactly at 10:30:00 on the dot. That's what I did last time.
Okay. All right. So as you move to the back of the restaurant and make your short order, Robin, you come wandering in and see Zoe heading toward the back of the room, so it's easy to catch up. The two of you slide into a booth and begin exchanging some pleasantries while you wait for the third member of your team to show up.
How was your night? I'm sorry for calling so late.
Well, at least you called when you did.
Oh, did you have company?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. You need to be able to hang a matrix sock on your phone.
I'm sure there's an app for that.
I'm sure there is.
Whether it works for technomancers, is another thing, but I don't know that Alan knows.
No.
Well, no, he knows the cat's a technomancer, though, I think.
Well, you saw a sprite. Could Alan have seen the sprite?
No,
Oh.
because sprites are techno.
Yeah. Well, see, Cat, for anybody that didn't know or didn't catch it in a previous episode, Cat isn't a technomancer. Cat is just a regular cat.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who haven't caught that, especially those in the team that maybe even missed the whole event.
That's true. That's
I mean,
true.
I'm assuming Alan did find out that Cat seems to be a little bit more special, but I don't think anyone sat Alan down and said, "By the way, if you knew about my cat being weird, it actually was." Well, I'll stop there.
Yeah.
But he knows there's some technomancer type stuff going on around her.
Right.
That is
Right.
something he'd have noticed.
Exactly. We thought Cat was a blackberry cat, but Cat is
Just a cat.
just a cat.
As far as any cat can be just a cat.
Correct.
Yeah.
Smart cat, but still.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess I already ordered waffles. I'm probably not going to eat all mine.
I can always eat more.
Excellent. We can split waffles and then you can get more whenever we get there.
Mhm.
All right, Jay, what vehicle did you take to this meetup? You're still muted, sir.
I take Tracy. It's the blue, whatever it is.
So it's
And
you
it's
two.
at 10:29 and 50 seconds. You hear a loud squeal, and then exactly 10 seconds later, I walk through the door.
Jingle, jingle. That's the door.
Smelling of burnt rubber.
Do you have AR goggles, contacts, or some other way that
I
you
do
see?
have AR goggles, yes.
All right. As you walk up to the door, there's an animated visual that appears before you. Welcome to IHOB. We are the International House of Burgers.
I
and
turn
today
my,
we're
I turn
having-
my AR off. Or he even
Yeah.
finishes it.
All right. You walk in, there's a lady standing behind the counter. She's young, maybe 17, looks a little bit orcish, kind of big, covered in acne and whatnot. She smiles a toothy grin. Welcome to IHOB. Table
Thank
for
you.
one.
Do I see them at all?
Yes, you do.
I'll say I'm just gonna head over there.
And she goes, okay, would you like a menu?
Yeah, please.
She'll hand you a menu. We're having a special buy one, get one on our waffle burgers.
Okay.
Have a good day. All right, so you walk away from the idle, strange, discombobulated teenager as she continues to ramble on about specials and whatnot. Head over to the table with the rest of your teammates.
Good morning.
Good morning. As you guys would have been walking up, you see a large box sitting next to Zoe in the seat with her. It's fun. And as Gear sits down, I will slide over a small box. It kind of looks like a jewelry box. Not a jewelry box, but like just a plain box that you can like open, and it usually contains jewelry. But in this case, it's the white noise, the professional white noise generator.
How much do I
that
owe
you
you?
wanted. How much did Lomax charge me?
600 a pop.
Okay.
I'll give you 6. I'll send her the money.
Okay.
My hands are too.
Okay. So I'll pull mine out next to my small bag and turn it on, and it does its thing. It doesn't nearly sound as bad as yours did with the screeching and the whining, and then it finally level out.
What's that, Jay?
By bad, you mean badass, right?
Yes, sure. That's exactly what I mean.
It's probably worse for us elves, since we can probably hear faster.
I would assume that trolls most likely can hear in that range, as they actually have rather sensitive
Hearing.
Perception is mostly based off intuition, so no real race has like some sort of heightened sense of awareness. Save for You know what? It's one of the other meta races that I remember reading in the English book, the London book. We'll get back to that.
Yeah.
Continue.
Okay. So the white noise generator takes a few moments to calibrate. I guess I would wait until we get our food, too. Gears, did you wanna order anything?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Do you want to get the buy one get one free waffle burger?
Ugh.
Do they have anything besides waffle burgers?
Yeah,
They
they
have-
do. Eggs over easy, bacon, your
Like a
grits,
regular
cheese,
IHOP.
hash browns.
Yeah.
They also have burgers.
Yeah, I want to get the breakfast sampler.
Sure. All right.
Okay.
The soy sampler.
Soy sampler. Ha, ha, I love
Soy
it.
sampler.
Soy
Fantastic.
sampler.
So, after we get our food and the white noise generator, like, starts to calibrate and does its thing, I'll say... So, our friend, Donald, is currently out of the city, and will be back shortly. I believe we should take this time to start getting everything in order for our surprise party.
Nice.
Okay. When will he be ready?
Well, I'm going to let him know that he should be ready as soon as he gets back into town. My plan, as soon as they get back into town, I will be putting a date on their calendar, on her calendar specifically, for a meeting place at a restaurant. She has dinner plans, something like that. We need, and I don't have the resources for this, but we need to set up a diversion to chase them out of the restaurant. If we can get...
Jay, we can hear Bobby in the background. Thank you, sir. Continue.
My thoughts on this situation is to hire some people to create a diversion to scare them out of the restaurant. Guns, firing, things, something that would...
Why do we need to hire people? I can cause a diversion.
I would rather not...
It should
Put
be
any of-
untraceable.
Exactly. It should not be able to be traced back to us, for one. We need to make this as neat as possible. I want it to be over in the Tacoma area. So...
I'm sorry. So you want in? They're going to be in a restaurant in the Tacoma area,
Correct.
and you want a diversion where we hire people to shoot guns.
Yes, to come after, quote unquote, come after Van Zant for some reason. She is a high-powered individual. People are out to get her. So we need...
But you just want her to leave. The whole idea is to get her to leave the restaurant.
Correct. The idea
So
is
why
to
don't I
get...
just put some explosives in the restaurant? And I say this very low.
While that sounds great, I don't want any other casualties.
I can be
I gotta
very
mute myself.
precise.
I gotta mute myself. See, there's a lot of other casualties. I could kill.
I want as few casualties as possible. How about that?
People shooting guns in a restaurant.
But specifically at her.
This is fuck the rest of the... She's such a
I
nice
can
person.
put an explosion in her seat.
Donald will be next to her.
If she's sitting on it, it won't do that much. Just
Blow her ass off.
I don't know. Like, I think we're overcomplicating this. Is my point. I mean, if you're gonna, I could just put an explosion in her seat that would like tear a hole through her rectum, but not harm anyone else.
You know the
Have you ever
caveat.
seen-
Hold
The
on.
pop-locks,
Hold
the-
on.
the lock poppers, they just...
The caveat to this whole mission was to be discreet.
And you want people to shoot the place up. That's not discreet.
I want them out of the restaurant because I'm talking about like their bodies. Okay? Her body has to discreetly be taken care of. That's the whole thing. We need her out of the restaurant. We need Donald escorting her to what I would like to set up a safe house equipped with a camera, and then I pat my box that's next to me so Lucky can get a full look at the demise of his mother-in-law.
Okay. I mean, you've got this all planned out, I guess. I'll shut up.
I mean, I'm open to suggestions. I
mean,
just need...
it just, if we're trying to be clean, I don't know. I can think of many other ways to do a distraction where we're not being as noisy.
Okay. Suggest them.
A little lock popper under her table. Or I could put them like on the windows, and then it would like seem like they were being shot out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, put a couple lock poppers on the windows, have them all go off at the same time, so it seems like the place is being shot up. Then we don't have to hire people.
Okay. How are you gonna set those up? Like, how are we gonna do that? Like, how are we gonna get to the restaurant and put them on the windows and make sure that no person accidentally finds them?
What type of place is it? Is it going to be a fancy place, or?
Well, she only eats, I think, at relatively like middle class to upper class restaurants.
So it'll be a place that's closed at night, like late nights.
Yes, but we're
So
talking like
I
a
can-
dinner date for her.
Yeah, I can go in the night before, set everything in place.
Okay. Okay.
You just see that over here.
Oh, I know.
I mean, this is just a brainstorm here. If you can think of a better way to set them up.
Right. I mean,
I don't think we need to hire more people, and
I'm just saying, like, find some, thugs, put them in suits, and then set them on her. We give them a couple hundred each, and they're like, hey, let's do it.
Probably
Yeah.
get some gang members.
Yeah, just
gang members.
like what would be a good gang to use?
Oh, shit!
well, I mean, I know some I-5ers.
Alan, if you don't see you're being an investigator, there's part of this that you would see
Yeah.
specifically. If you're
Well,
if
I
you're
have
not seeing it,
organized crime and streaking ID.
I'm talking about the whole thing that you guys are talking about setting up. It's
Yeah,
what
but-
you as an investigator would know. It's the aftermath of the whole event. The thing that happens after a situation has happened, when the police come in and what they start doing.
Ah, yes.
Who do we want to pin it on? Uh-oh,
Yes.
Van
And
Sant
what
was
evidence
killed.
will they find?
Actually, I was thinking about this back when we first started. Mark, the guy who Alan got fired by Plant. Let's put the trail to some of his friends and
Who's Mark?
The other
person
bodyguard.
the person who Donald took the job of.
Oh, right.
A gun got mysteriously found in his loaded gun mysteriously was found in his car.
Who is he tied to gang members?
I wasn't able to get that deep into his identity. Here, I'll slide her how far I got. Just pretty, it was pretty shallow since Alan's wasn't really looking for this kind of deep stuff. He was looking for who is on the surface is more likely.
Right.
a better candidate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he in jail now? I mean, I thought we put him in jail because he got probation, like he violated. He had a.
Yes, but even if he is in jail, if he has friends.
It's true.
mm,
Okay. That could work. Okay. So we just need to figure out.
Actually, if there was a way to make the money look like it came from his account.
I could probably tie it to his name.
Yeah,
Like
you
he
do
could
that.
have. Yeah. Okay.
You could tie it to anybody's name. This is how
That's
much
true.
effort do you want to put into it. The more successes you
true.
make it, the more believable it becomes. 2, 3 successes, a really good hacker could see through the ruse. 5, 6 more, it's difficult to play around with, and who's got the time for that? So, the goal is, am I following this right? To put her in a position where you kill her at a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Try to kill her.
Try to kill her at a restaurant.
You're staging a fake
Yes,
killing at the
I'm
restaurant.
staging a event,
Uh-huh.
a violent event at a restaurant
Uh-huh.
that she will escape from, quote unquote, air
That
quotes.
her and her 2 bodyguards will be involved with.
Exactly. Or
And-
just, and one will hopefully stay behind to take care of the firefight, and then the other
There's no
one...
firefight. There's going to be explosives,
Right.
remember?
Oh, right, explosives.
John
Yeah.
was his... John was the one who went to jail. Mark is the one who's still the other bodyguard.
Okay. And
Oh
then-
yes, Mark John.
Yeah.
Yes, Mark the Riot was the one who.
Yes, the riot is the one that's
So you
on.
got 2 bodyguards and her to worry about. One of the bodyguards is your ally. So if you
Correct.
set explosives to take her out... yeah, I guess that could work.
Okay.
I mean, it's however you want to work it. It's just the aftermath is the most important thing you guys have to worry about. How the
Correct.
cops dig in and get for clues.
Mm-hmm.
If all I use is explosives, because then there's going to be no leftovers for them to find any clues.
I mean, they'll still be able to ID for my DNA.
So we could do the explosion killing,
Mm-hmm.
and have the explosives purchases like linked back to whoever to John.
Yeah.
How is DNA going to survive? The only DNA of mine that would be on anything would be
No, I'm
on
talking
the...
about her
DNA.
DNA.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully she will be a crispy critter.
Alright, so I'm confused. I'm sorry. Never mind. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay. Okay. So, setting up the explosives,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna have to survey a restaurant, make sure they either do or don't have outside cameras. If they do, take care of the cameras. Hopefully it's... Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about
No, it's
Take-
fine.
yeah,
Think
taking
it
care
through.
Yeah, take care of the cameras. I already have the loop program. That way somebody can get up there, set the charges.
I don't know anything about Matrix stuff.
No,
Are you
that
going to leave a trail if you do anything, or?
I can kill my trail on the way
Okay.
out. That burning my trail is, is fine.
All right, so walk me through the whole plan so I can get from point A to point B and we can see how this works out.
Okay, point A to point B.
You're going to put a date in her book to go out to dinner at the picked restaurant.
Correct.
All right. and you're going to get her seated at the seat laden with explosives. What happens when she doesn't see that?
Is that what we're doing? I thought we were trying to get her outside first.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, just so that we know.
So, no, I'm going to plant explosives on the windows. Little, tiny, very small explosives on the windows. Just enough to shatter the windows, even. Maybe make a little pop and shatter the window.
Uh-huh.
And then try to get her to run outside.
Oh, okay. I thought we were blowing her up. That's even better.
Okay.
Honestly, though, you did say in the beginning, blowing her up, there would be nothing
I know.
left. We were still
Well,
going
I'm
to
still
notion
going to blow her up,
that-
but we want to get her outside before I blow her up.
I'm thinking that there's going to be like a 1.5 kilos of plastic explosives shaped to the window, and this is the new bird box we put in. Birds fly into it. This is not plastic
No.
explosives.
Why
See
does
that
this
countdown
say
thing? That's their
C4?
personal clock.
That's what I thought was gonna happen too. Oh my god. Ooh.
I was
like,
thinking
how are we gonna
window
get in the
box.
restaurant?
I don't know, with fake flowers poked in it.
So you're going to bust the window in the attempts to make it look like some sort of shooting.
Shooting. Right.
And then she runs out.
Outside. I'm going to be hot simmed into one of my drones. I'm going to fly it right up to the back of her head, hot sim out, and blow it. Blow the charge.
All right. And where are you going to get the video footage to prove to Lucky that the job's done?
Isn't that going to be on the news?
Lots of things are on the news.
Okay.
Maybe.
So again,
That's not a hard part. I mean, we could always have Alan out there with a camera.
okay, discretion. I can't reiterate this enough. Like having Alan out there with like a VHS going, hey, I got this. And
This
then a
is-
drone.
We have a VHS. We got cameras on our phones nowadays. And it's not common. So
I'm just saying.
when windows blow up, she's not going to be the only one standing there with a camera on, with their phone out, filming it. There's going to be 20 other onlookers doing the same exact thing.
So you want to hit a restaurant that's popular, where there's a lot of people around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't care where it is. I mean, usually a restaurant is going to have people around.
Generally, yeah, right. I understand what you're saying.
So
I mean, I apologize. If you had a much better plan in place, I didn't mean to throw it.
no, it's fine. It's fine. I just want to be as discreet as possible. What happens when you see something on the news? It's high profile. Oh my god, that person just got killed. Oh god, there's videotape from every angle. Oh my god, what's happening? People dig into that because
Anywhere near that. That's why explosions is perfect.
it's sensationalism.
Right.
That's what it is. Like putting it on the news. If we go, ooh, this restaurant got shot up, but the people got away. Oh, where did the bodyguard and Miss Van Zant go? Who knows? Maybe they got away. It's fine. A week later, they find her body in the fucking river.
Okay. That
It's
makes
fine.
sense. I think either way is fine. We weren't told to keep it low profile, were we?
Yes, we were told
you
to
were.
keep discretion. Discretion was priority here.
Yeah.
And that's why I say,
For example, if anyone hears on the news about the murder of Brenda Van Zant, you guys aren't going to get paid.
yeah. If somebody hears about, oh, there was a shooting at a restaurant, we're getting paid. It's fine because, oh, there was a shooting. It's Seattle.
Brenda Van Zant, CEO of some company, was completely incinerated by a bomb left under her chair.
Yes.
This was not an internal maneuver.
We don't get paid.
Accident. Yes.
Whereas Miss Van Zant mysteriously disappears.
She's still a high profile person.
Yep.
Disappearing would be just as high profile as.
Disappearing means, oh, she might have gotten out of there and then gone on vacation to lay low.
Or went to a different
Nobody-
corporation.
Exactly.
Okay,
Because
that's fine.
they
Yeah,
will-
and
Okay,
nobody's
so fine.
going to know if she's fed to the sewer ghouls.
And we all froze.
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all froze.
What?
Somebody was using the microwave.
Um,
No one will know if she's fed to the sewer ghouls.
Exactly.
so she
And
really,
Alan will just be completely matter of fact about that. Like,
either way, we don't need to hire people. I can still set the explosives up on the windows.
That's
and
fine.
Escape. Okay, I can see. That's fine.
The only problem with that is that we need to separate. She has 2 bodyguards. We know this.
Right.
One we trust, one we don't. Odysseus is going to be her most trusted.
His name's Nemo. His name's
Oh,
Donald.
right. Sorry. Donald, Nemo, whatever his name is. Donald.
the guy.
The guy.
I think your next ID should be Guy.
Okay, so then how do we separate?
That's why I had the gangers in mind.
So they're gonna kill him?
Well, they're going to make the diversion where he has to stay behind to, don't worry, go get her out of here, and hopefully he stays there to like take care of things.
Wouldn't that still happen if we used the explosives on the windows?
No, because then they would all get into the car. We want to sequester her. We want to separate her from her outfit.
I understand that, but I'm saying, I don't understand how it's different.
Well, you guys need to just make a decision because this has been going back and forth. And so...
We're going to hire more people because they will increase confusion.
Okay, that's fine then.
You don't even have... Sorry. You don't necessarily have to hire gangers, but you can hire people to be like a flash mob in the fucking restaurant, and they would be essentially creating a panic, which will separate the other bodyguard from Nemo and Van Zandt.
Okay.
And you don't even have to pay. You can just be like, I'm gonna pay for your dinner at this place. Whatever.
You can hire a bunch of actors and say, this is part of a film crew and we've got the cameras hidden. There's going to be a pop and explosion go off, and here's what the things you guys need to do.
Yeah.
You can hire actors to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's
Makes sense,
there's
especially
so many
since-
actors.
Yes, Seattle's probably a major film hub, among
Oh, yeah.
other
Close to
things.
Vancouver. So I think all
Yep.
of the acting dropouts go to Seattle.
Who's going to hire all these people?
You can do that online.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably do it anonymously.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We need to do it anonymously.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so we're going to put explosives on the window, have them pop. All the actors then start panicking, running around. As shit goes bad, it's going to cause Van Zandt and the 2 bodyguards to separate so that one bodyguard is stuck behind,
Yep.
and allowing Van Zandt and the bodyguard in question to get into a car and drive to a safe house.
Correct.
Or safety.
For safety. For
So now-
safety.
So what about this safe house?
So, yes, safe house. Do either one of you know of a place in Tacoma that would be close? That would be a quote unquote safe house. Alan, I'm looking at you.
Let's see. That would be city knowledge, probably, right?
Yes.
All right.
So we're bringing her to a safe house?
Correct.
Yes.
Set up with my wonderful friend. I'd pat the box again.
My warehouse is a safe house. I've got it protected.
It's too far away.
Oh, okay.
And if it's conspicuous.
It's not conspicuous, but it's definitely you'd have to drive across Seattle to get to it.
Yeah,
it's
and
in a
then
bad
she'd be like,
area.
why couldn't we just go home? You know, it's quick, it's easy, it's
Gotcha.
hopefully it'll be in relatively close to the restaurant in Tacoma. We can pick something or pick somewhere close.
66 upper 5 roll.
Alan, you know of a great place. There's an old bus depot that you pass by a couple of times.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna drop an edge on this and reroll a 1.
Oh, come on! The bus depot's a great option.
Oh my god, that was a critical.
Yeah,
glitch.
you use an edge. No, you get to re-roll all your failures.
Yeah, all the failures.
All of them,
Okay.
because they all were failures.
Okay.
But here's the good news. When don't you have to spend an edge just to make it not a critical glitch?
Oh.
Yeah, because right now it's a critical glitch. So you spend an edge, and it's not a critical glitch. It's just a failure, if I remember correctly. It's not
So
anything
burn-
about re-rolling. Hang on a second. I'm gonna pull Eakin here if he's still here. I think he. Oh wait, no, he said he'll be back in a bit. Damn it! I have to check this one because I don't think you can spend an edge to re-roll a critical glitch. I think all you can do is just not make it as shitty. Bus depot.
While you're looking for that, I just have
Sure.
more thought about when you're doing a flash mob, it can be completely randomized, and in fact, you can just send out a message that extras are needed here at this restaurant. Don't mention anything else, and be like, we need extras. Go in and have a meal, and then save your receipt and send it to this PO box. You know.
That's fantastic.
Yep, second chance cannot be used to negate a glitch or critical glitch. It does not use the rule of 6. There's no limit on it. Close call either negates the effect of one glitch or turn a critical glitch into a glitch. So if you spend this edge, if you use this edge, you will turn that critical glitch into just a glitch.
A regular old glitch.
Just a regular old glitch.
I'm gonna look at the burn and edge. I don't have any. I only have one, but edges are cheap apparently. So.
Woo, you've been like, fuck, this can't go bad. No, I empathize with you,
So,
Yeah.
but that's like burning edge to have sex for some reason.
the best reasons.
That's where we are in this game.
All right, burning an edge automatically succeed in an action with 4 net hits. This could be an action for an example.
I'll do that.
Well, you're doing that for real?
Yep.
She's burning her only edge. She has edge of 0 now.
For some reason.
Yeah, I saw that and I'm like, no, it doesn't. Not in my game. Okay. All right.
Alan, if you suggest something, you don't have to burn the edges. If you suggest something that we know is a bad idea, we're going to just say it's a bad idea. I mean...
All right, so she's burning an edge. She's got 4 successes. Alan will say, he says, there's a, and at this point in time, he goes, well, there's this bus depot at this street, Somerset, and I've been kind of interested in it. The waitress walks by at that point in time. Oh, that bus depot at Somerset? It got infected with ghouls. You don't want to use that. You don't want to go around that place. As she sets down your whatever the fuck you ordered and then wanders off.
Oh.
All right, body disposal then is taken care of.
That's a nice turnaround.
Yeah.
Body disposal.
That would have been so good. So many ideas for a critical glitch for a safe house.
Jesus.
Well, I've been playing Alan as sort of a cat, the cat that fell off the edge of fell off something while stretching. I meant to do that. Really, I did.
All right, so you're successful in just roleplay it what you pick, as far as that goes. But yeah, you're gonna be able to suggest a decent safe
A
house.
place where even Kagami doesn't care to go in Tacoma.
More like a mid-level dreary warehouse, you know.
Something you can drive into.
Yes. Oh, abandoned auto shop.
There we go.
abandoned auto shop that's close to the bus depot. Or better, disposal of body.
Okay. So Alan comes up with an answer of a abandoned automotive shop.
Okay. So, we can set up a CCTV to tape it.
Snuff films. Woo!
Woo woo! Well, you know, what Lucky wants, Lucky gets.
All right, so who are you going to get to hook up all this video shit?
I mean, I can do it.
Okay. All right, so somebody's going to hook up a bunch of cameras so you guys can film her death. Continue. So let's walk back through this. You're going
Okay.
to change the schedule in her phone so that it says she's going to dinner at this place, and then you're going to arrive. Some explosives on the glass will pop. Actors in the place will begin running around, believing this is part of an action movie.
Yeah.
And they will cause the bodyguard to become separated from the rest of the other two. And Donald and Van Zant will then quickly escape to the vehicle, where Donald will then drive to the safe house with Miss Van Zant.
Yep.
And there, once you get her there, you guys will drag her out of the vehicle and finish this thing for once and for all.
Yep.
And set Jessica free.
Like a beautiful butterfly, I guess.
So, I'm sorry, we're taking her to the warehouse.
Yep.
Not the warehouse, I'm sorry, the whatever
shop.
it was, the auto shop. And we're gonna have a CCTV thing set up. And who's killing her? How are we killing her?
I mean, whoever wants to pull the trigger.
Okay.
Donald, me, you,
All of us all at once.
all of us
Two
all at
seasons
once, just to make sure.
And so we can have an Spartacus moment.
Everybody's gonna take a shot. We're all in this together.
They're all.
So
They're all Brutuses.
actually it's more of a Julius Caesar.
Yeah, they're all Brutuses.
Yep.
Et tu, Brute?
Brute. No. Just you?
Yeah, Walker.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. Somebody pulls the trigger. Everybody comes armed. So,
And then what?
yes. So,
Because the plan
Disposal.
doesn't end at when the body hits
correct.
the floor.
Yeah. So, disposal, cleanup.
And Bus Depot.
Yeah, we can.
Just leave it on the outskirts for the ghouls and make sure they come.
Do we want the body to be found and identified, or do we want to?
No.
Okay, so then
For the corpse, a person disappearing is much more convenient because that way they might have defected. Body
and
means
we're gonna feed her
murder.
to ghouls.
I mean, we
Yeah.
can.
Okay, or we could like dissolve them in a bathtub of acid. Or
That's too much. I'm not
too much?
buying.
Okay.
I'm not
Does
buying.
any of you
acid.
guys, you told them exact words that Lucky said, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't
So do you guys remember what she told you about what to do?
Memory rule.
There you go.
Me too.
I like radio suggestion, by the way. It's really good.
Doesn't Lucky have a landscaping business?
He does. Every
Two.
good mafioso has a landscaping business. Two? Not enough.
What's a memory roll?
It's an attribute you should have.
It's right.
I believe it's
below-
composed of your strength and agility.
What?
Strength and agility.
Is it? Is it
It's,
this
it's
number?
not.
Yeah,
I don't know what
Oh,
it's fucking
good
made
lord.
of.
Hold on. I have 13 dice to
Yeah,
that.
there's composure, judge intentions,
Plus
and memory.
2.
Well, I think it's logic plus intuition. That's what I think it actually is.
Yeah, I can do that.
You were looking at 4 successes because it's been a while.
Four successes? One,
I'm pretty
two,
sure. Actually, you know, 3
four.
sounds better because you guys should have been thinking about this the whole time.
I've got 6 successes.
I also have 6 successes.
He said, or Sonny said specifically, no one is to know she's gone. I need to know she's dead so that I can tell Jessica, but no one needs to figure it out for a very long time. She just
Got
needs
it.
to fucking disappear. Fucking is emphasized in capital letters.
Yeah. So, Gears, if you have anybody that wants the vehicle, I'm sure we can sell it off.
Yeah, okay, the vehicle, because there's this car, it just doesn't disappear.
Exactly. You can scrape the VIN numbers, we can set it on fire, roll it out into a gorge, into the ocean, whatever we want to do with it.
You
What
can
type of
donate it
vehicle
to
is
the
it?
I-5ers and put it on your tax return.
Oh yeah. Charity work. I'm all about charity work.
Sorry, that was my inner Angela Crunch.
What type of car is it?
It's
Like an armored limousine.
yeah, it's
I'm
an
pretty
it's an armored SUV,
sure. Yeah.
but one of the big ones.
That's like a Lincoln SUV that's been armored, glass, bulletproof windows, as well
I'll
as...
take it.
No, you cannot have it
Why not?
because it'll be. Where's Miss
Oh,
Van Zant? We
repaint
gotta
it.
look.
I'll repaint it. I'll scrape the VIN number. I know how to deal with this type of stuff. Have you seen the last thing I bought?
No, I
Oh
haven't.
wow!
This sounds like a great 6 months later they find the car and figure it out, and then there's a whole
They won't
shitstorm.
find it.
That's good.
I mean, I believe Jay's character has enough skill to make this happen, and if he glitches, then he'll be burning an edge permanently.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah, well, I think, and there's a reason why Alan keeps mentioning the sewer ghouls, because he's already fed some generic gangsters to
That's cool.
the sewer
And
ghouls.
We will
and-
throw her body to the sewer ghouls. That's not a
Sounds good to
problem.
me.
Yep.
She will be it.
Yeah.
It real good.
Okay.
So, like,
All right, we ready to do this then? You guys got this?
Cut her face, smash her face, blow a hole through the back of her head so her face explodes, so nobody
Yeah.
recognizes it, even if they accidentally leave, like, part of it.
Yeah, the head is gonna be smashed. We're gonna clean up with bleach because
Because that
bleach.
works.
Yeah.
Put it in the wood chipper.
A wood chipper covered in bleach.
It lies better, actually.
That's
So
true.
this is an auto body shop that's open, or is it a
It's abandoned.
It's abandoned.
abandoned? Why don't we burn the place down when we're done?
Because that would draw attention to it. Murders are
It
murders
would.
in such a location are to be expected. Burning the
Jay
place
is
to the
struggling with
ground
this.
is not.
He's just like, why? Just burn it to the ground. It's fine.
I mean,
I mean,
fire is
Fires
cleansing.
happen. Fires happen. They're not going to be like, oh, that was a fire. That must be where they killed blah blah blah. I mean, if we shoot her, blood is going to get somewhere, and
Right.
no matter how much bleach
Have
you
you
use,
not watched the old TV show Dexter? That is classic. You put plastic down everywhere.
She's telling you, Jay,
That's
she's
fine.
telling you television is the answer to following and doing the committed crime. Oh,
okay, fine, we'll put plastic down.
Right.
I happen to have a spell
Fine, you
that
put
can
plastic down.
make physical evidence irretrievable.
Okay, I mean that's one way to deal with it.
Somewhere, Odysseus is like, oh, what did somebody just say?
I wake up from a nightmare of leading Miss Van Zant into a room covered in plastic wrap. I'm looking around confused, like, what the hell?
It's not even the thick plastic. It's like cellophane.
Saran wrap! The whole room is covered in saran wrap and Scotch tape.
Miss Van Zant, sit in this saran wrap chair.
What?
I had the pleasure of watching a TV show with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law about this dude, a cartoon dude who runs a burger shop. And the episode is about them being on a train. The children in the episode make a heist. And there's a point in time where their heist is successful. They've recovered the chocolate, but they're now actually outside of the train, away from the chocolate. I think it was. They succeeded, but they lost and failed all at the same time. I said at that time, hey, look, it's my Shadowrunners. Slowly but surely, we're crawling back to that.
But it worked out, and then they got
You guys are gonna work
showered
out
with
your
chocolate.
cellophane-covered automotive shop. I can just hear.
Can you hold this up for me? Oh shit, it's doubling back on itself. Oh, god damn it.
Please don't plastic wrap it. Please.
Yeah. That was why I decided to pull out
American
the
cellophane
you know,
that
I've
sticks
got-
to itself.
All right.
and nothing else.
So, I assume, I just want to double check that we've got this all planned out. Plastic sheeting, garage, you pick the place. You're going to set the thing in the schedule. So can we move forward?
Yeah.
Are we good? Is everybody ready to do this?
Yeah, let's do it. Plastic wrap.
Robin, are you good?
I think I'd just go with the spell. Much less fiddling around with plastic.
You bought that
Totally good.
spell. Use it. Jay,
Yes.
are you ready to go forward with this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Sarah, are you ready to go forward with this?
No.
All right.
I paid good money for that spell.
You did. So, you guys are orchestrating this, and from the description I just had a minute ago, the first step falls into Sarah's lap.
Yep. Because I have to
Prepare.
plant some stuff. Like a beautiful gardener.
Okay. His phone, which currently has your sprite in it, gives you free access to his device so that you can easily snap your fingers and be there. It'll put you less than a meter away from her phone. This will make it easier to actually tap into the system. Of course, she's using a decent telecommunication company. It's got a firewall, and there's probably some other security devices on there. But she should be able to get in. We're going to start off by giving the phone a total of 10 dice to roll against you, because we're going to say that it's got a kung fu top firewall. Like, whoa, I'm not going to take any shit. So you need to get 3 successes to start putting things in. You need 3 marks. 3 marks. And it's got 10 dice to resist you. So I'm ready to start throwing some dice here.
Oh my god, this is gonna suck so bad.
Maybe you should
Okay.
burn an edge to not pick a bus depot. Bam,
Full
4
of
successes to
ghouls.
start off with.
Oh, good lord. Okay. Okay, so I will be using Kuma because, yeah. Gotta see. I think I have to make him do diagnostic first, so that means re-rolling the dice that he gives me. 2, 4, 8. Okay. Rolling a bunch of dice to roll his diagnostic.
Okay.
Be a bunch.
Probably will be like 7.
Lord, I hope. 1, 2.
That'd be nice.
It's 8.
Ooh, very nice.
Oh, Kuma, I love you so much.
Limit increases by 1. You get an extra 8 dice to play around with. Good deal.
Okay. So. 7. Okay. So, hacking her phone.
Chop, 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 chop. All right.
Chop it, chop, chop.
This is where you got to beat 4 successes. You need at least 1 success. You need 5 successes to get your first mark. If you take a -10 to your dice pool, you'll beat all 3 marks at one time. If you take a
That's
-5
true.
to your dice pool, you get 2 marks right now.
And I only need 2 marks to start editing her files?
No, you need 3. Edit.
Oh.
I don't know. Edit file. That's 2, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's 1.
Technically, edit file is 1.
Then you only need 1 mark.
Well, shit. Ow. Where did that die go?
Edit file. 1 mark required.
Okay.
Computer
I
plus
mean-
logic, data processing is your limit, and intuition versus firewall. So the way I run it, since the system only has its firewall to work with, and it's a nice firewall, it doubles down, giving it 10 dice to play with.
Okay. So I can buy 5 successes.
Ooh. Do you want to do that?
Yes.
All right. You and Kuma zip into the AR and fly to Odysseus' phone. By this time in the morning, you are off the phone is off the coast, so reception is shitty. You're gonna lose at least 2 dice for going that far out.
That's okay. I can still shit. Cuz I have access to the global grid.
Yes, you do. Never mind. You get some bonuses there, and if you hot sim in, gives you another bonus there as well.
It does.
All
It
right. So you
does.
still good with 5 successes?
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. I can actually buy. How much does the global grid give me?
I do believe 2.
Okay, so that would negate the distance, and then hot simming in would give me an extra 2. So yeah, I'm good.
All right. You zip into the phone. You're looks like you're in some place. There's a lot of techno shit going on. You're adapt to his phone, attacking, going after her phone. So, but you notice there's a lot of really cool icons around of things you don't know. But you jump in and start just kung fu chopping into her phone's security system. Lay out the mark, open it up, begin. I'll let you do it.
Yeah. So as for programs on my deck, I'm gonna have Baby Monitor going, and then also my stealth program, so that ups my limit again for stealth itself, or sleaze. Sorry. So I will hot sim in, fly over, pinpoint where my sprite is, look over, find her phone. Have its image in front of me, and it looks like, so whenever I'm starting to hack it, it kind of looks like her phone is in an exploded view, but instead of like pieces of circuit boards and everything, it's like sheets of code that I can just kind of dip in there and start manipulating around.
All right. Sounds really good. I like that description. It doesn't take long before the schedule appears, and everything goes well. And since Donald's phone is automatically linked, it immediately slides over to his. Now, for his phone, you've modified hers so it won't make a noise saying, hey, there's been an update to your schedule. But his phone, on the other hand, does make a ding noise to let him know that there's been an update to his schedule.
Okay. Do you keep your phone on silent, sir?
I mean, I keep it on vibrate.
Oh, then it vibrates.
I need to know when it goes off.
Okay. All right. Do you let the rest of your squad know that step 1 is accomplished, or is this like, hey, you guys just get updated as you need to?
I will let them know when he is on his way home.
Okay.
Or whenever they're flying back. While I'm in here, and I believe this is still an edit. Is it an edit roll? There may be a way to turn her phone and also her bracelet have a scheduled going into airplane mode, quote unquote, where it has no service. Can I schedule that in like a back program?
Hell yeah, you can. You need that's going to be kind of like a shutdown, so I'm going to require 2 marks. You need to slap down another mark on that as well as her security bracelet, her Med Alert bracelet.
Okay.
Her Med Alert bracelet, on the other hand, is going to have 12 dice to play with because that's Dockwagon.
Okay.
You ready for those dice rolls?
Oh
All right, her phone begin with 2 successes.
yeah.
Cheers.
So I'll buy 3 successes for that.
Awesome. Give a quick descript.
Thumbing around through the actual code while I'm manipulating it, I go ahead and attach it's like I pull a small bead out of the air and place it into her phone's calendar, like a pinpoint. And then the calendar date appears, or the new appointment appears on there. And then I start skimming through and look for the menu that would attach to scheduling a shutdown for the phone. And
go in airplane mode at that point in time.
Exactly. Go in airplane
Very
mode.
nice.
So she still has access to all her stuff. She just can't call out or call in. And then it's basically like after it goes into airplane mode, it won't go back on.
Nice. All right, now it's time to go after the Med Alert, the Dockwagon card.
Oh, God. Oh, good.
Being this far out to sea, the Dockwagon card doesn't seem to have much resistance. 3 successes.
I can buy 4. Yeah. So same thing. I go in. Is the dock wagon, is it tied to her phone?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's tied to a satellite currently orbiting the planet.
Okay.
It's its own thing.
Okay.
So you need to get a mark on it first.
Yes, and that's to do the mark. I mean, it would be the same thing then. Then I would buy 4 successes to get in, put a mark on it, and then edit the program, or do I have to put... Oh, I can put 2.
Yeah,
So
but
that's
those 3 dice, those successes, were for me to say no to your matrix your marks.
Right.
So now, all right, so here's what happens. You play around for a moment, and you're like, oh, hey, there's the bracelet. Bam, new setup. You begin sliding up, and it's like a gridiron of defenses. You're like Luke Skywalker flying down the channel on the Death Star. Like, fuck, there's tons of defenses here. Coated black ice are ready and propped to respond to any wrong touch of any possible system as you begin moving into the device. You enter. You're no longer at the bracelet sitting on a boat and off the shore and whatnot. You've slid through the satellite access, basically, and into part of like the beginning hub section for Dockwagon. With such small number of successes, you have little manipulation, and it won't take long before one of their spiders or ices detect you. You're not in Kansas anymore, Toto. Right.
So I can buy that. Okay. Well, let me. So I need 2 successes. I'm gonna roll then to get through.
I do wanted to let you know that this cool hub that they're in is kind of like a cool looking hospital. Because, I mean, it's
cool.
Dockwagon.
Yeah. Okay. Three, 4. So I got 4 successes rolling.
Right, 4 successes.
Negative without taking out 5 dice.
Oh, right. So that's to get 1 success, and you're going to need 2. I'm going to roll the system's 12 dice to resist you.
Well, no. I took out 5 dice from that whenever I rolled.
Oh!
to put two on the system.
And you got how many successes?
4.
All right, so I'm going to get the system to roll. System got 7 successes. You're like, chop, chop, shop, slap, slap, ha, ha, yeah! Slap, 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 slap.
Holy shit!
Net, 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 net. 7, that's... Oh, I never rolled the 2d6 for the Overwatch. Ooh, that's good. All right.
That's so
The
exciting.
hospital's metal doors begin closing. Windows shut up. Doctor icons begin disappearing.
Fuck.
An orderly suddenly appears in the node that you're currently residing in.
Okay.
He will take his first round, perceiving the node, looking for the threat that just got detected.
Getting out! Let's get out. Yeah, just gotta get out. Gotta go. Gotta go right now.
All right, so you're like, fuck it, I'm done. The metal alert brace I didn't get.
Yeah, that's fine. We can smash it whenever whenever we get there.
Okay, all right.
We'll do it the old-fashioned way, break electronics.
Sure, not a problem. All right, so who's got the next chore on the list to take care of? I think that would be going by and getting eyes on the safe house.
Correct.
Who's responsible for that?
I'm gonna say Alan.
Alan, what's your break and entry skills like?
Hopefully better than the players' Skype skills.
Well, if that's so, then maybe Gears is
got
better breaking and
sneaking.
enter.
I've got sneaking. I've got perception. I got
Locksmith,
forgery. I don't have locksmith, but I was going to work on that.
electronics.
Nope. I got computer, but I've got the ability to get in.
Well, what about Gears?
Well, I got the
Does-
ability to get there and out undetected. I just don't have the ability to get in there.
What if Gears and Alan both go to
Yeah.
make sure the building's secure?
That'd be a good one.
I mean, I like that idea. That's a bit from the game master.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with her.
Him.
Him, sorry.
It's so hard sometimes.
Oh, and GM, I need you to read the sterilize spell and see if what I'm getting is what's actually there. Because I said what I'm getting from the what I'm pulling from it on the Skype.
Okay. Is Sterilize located in the main book?
It's in the street grimoire.
Okay. I don't have access to the street grimoire. Do you have access to it?
Yep, it's on the
Okay.
computer.
We're going to say this is the spell that you're going to use. We're going to worry about successes and everything. I know your intent. We'll move forward. I don't have access to this at this point in time, so I'm going to reach out to our audience, and if any of you guys could quickly hash out and type out what the Sterilize spell does, I would greatly appreciate it.
Are you doing it?
Awesome. So moving forward, don't want to rush this. I know you do.
Actually, I can.
That's what I'm looking for.
One night.
We're going to save that one. Never mind. All right. So Gears, what vehicle do you want to take you and Alan down to Tacoma to find this
We'll take my work van.
Okay. You swing by Alan's place, pick him up in the work van, and
Mhm.
head based upon his directions to find the location of this automotive place. And you do find it. It is located on not on the corner, but a little bit away from the edge of a strip, a couple of blocks in. It is old. There are still a couple of cars still parked in it. A large fence surrounds the entirety of the property. It still has the rolling doors that go up and down and a couple other things that make it look pretty decent. As you pull up, the fence is locked shut. There doesn't seem to be any power. Street lamps nearby have power. And it is pouring cats and dogs outside right now.
Okay.
Alan is going to first perceive, then sense the area.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the perception.
Being that it's 2 successes, being that it's fenced in, you don't see anyone inside the building, nor do you detect anyone, supernatural moving about.
Okay, and this is the sensing, also 2.
Astral perception and the sensing are kind of the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so once again, you don't see
so-
anybody in the building.
Okay, well that's what he's looking for. He's gonna drop back into his body and nod, and he's gonna sneak up, stealth up, not sneak, stealth.
You can't. As you begin stealthing up from the van, you hit a fence. The fence is locked. You can't stealth any farther.
What is it called? Sanitize?
Sanitize, yes.
So what type of lock is it? Is there a gate and is it locked?
Yes, there is a gate. It is locked, and the lock is called a master lock.
Okay. Alan, you got this, Alan?
That's what we brought you for, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will try to lockpick it.
Okay. And it'll be logic plus lockpicking, or locksmith, lock something another.
One, 2, 3 successes.
All right. You get your tools out, and you're more than capable of shimming the lock. And this, I'm assuming you guys are doing this in the middle of the day.
No.
Okay. When do we want to break into this place?
Oh, it's up to Alan. Do you think it'd be better to do that in the daytime or the nighttime?
Knowledge local.
This is in a dead zone of Tacoma. There are very few people around. The only thing nearby is an old bus depot.
Full of ghouls.
Let's run over
Yes.
no more.
So
This is exactly what she said.
what?
Okay.
Day. That way the ghouls are less likely to be active.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I unlock it.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Open it.
not a problem. You unlock it. You see, as you move into the grounds, there are posted signs letting people know not to come in. You guys drive. Do you drive the van in at this point in time, or leave the van by the street?
Is there a place to hide the van inside?
Inside the actual garage, yes.
I'll bring it in. Is the
Alright.
garage open? Is the garage open first?
Nope. It requires 1 success to unlock the garage.
I will buy a success.
All right, you jimmy the lock and pop it open. The door slides up.
Then I will drive the van into the garage.
All right, you close the door. Do you close it behind you as you guys get ready to get started on the cleaning job?
Yeah.
All right. I can only imagine the montage that happens here as your characters bust open the side of the van and begin pulling out sheets and staple guns and tape and covering everything. To your luck, the power is still turned on in the building, and so you're able to get some of the lights to come on as you guys begin working to cover up everything so that if there's any blood gets anywhere, that you will be able to easily get rid of it. And so you probably spend this night or day. What was it?
We probably started there around 10 in the morning.
So it's several hours of taping up plastic and covering the walls and stuff like that just to make sure that there's not going to be any messes. And you guys spend a decent amount of time. Maybe even turn the music on in the van so it blares through the abandoned garage to keep yourself entertained.
No, thank you.
No, thank you? Damn it. Sticking to professional here, huh? Okay, all right. All right, the garage has been acquired and taken care of. What's next, Zamora?
Okay, so we got... Auto shop, safe house. You guys got in. Looks good. Explosives? Now, I guess since you guys are in the thing, we'll go ahead and set up the cameras.
Yep.
I'm assuming Jay's taking care of that during the period of putting up plastic sheeting.
Okay, fantastic.
Wait, what? Explosives? In
No.
here?
No. Explosives on the outside of the building.
Yes, that's the next step. Putting
Right.
up the explosives outside the building.
Right, but you said I was taking care of that while I'm doing...
No.
The plastic
You're
sheets?
when you're putting up the plastic sheeting, you're putting the cameras up that I gave you.
Gotcha.
So I gave you 5 surveillance cameras,
Right.
a closed circuit like surveillance system, and a Betamax recording system.
Awesome.
So you have all the electronics and the power box and all that other stuff. So
And then once that's done, you're gonna go over and put explosives on windows.
Right.
Discreetly.
yep, discreetly.
Make them look like sticky bird poops.
I mean, however you want to work that.
Okay, Jay. You get finished. You and Alan both get finished prepping the garage. Do you want to drag Alan over to the restaurant to get everything else set up? I mean,
Can Alan cast invisibility?
No.
Oh.
Did Zoe, did you take care of looping the cameras yet?
Not yet.
Okay. I'm not going to the restaurant yet then.
all right. Good note.
Okay. Now on to looping after, pulling out, shutting down, taking a few minutes, refreshing my cup of coffee. Because,
And a nap. You took a nap.
small nap. Tiniest nap. Nap. We will now move on to the surveillance.
Of the restaurant.
Correct.
All right.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet?
No, I was sorry. It's just easier for me to say that to her because the GMs are conspiring over here quietly. She's writing, I'm writing, and that's just faster for me to say not yet. Continue. All right, so you are 1 mark, two marks on the. What's the name of the restaurant?
The hot pot.
The hot pot. There we go. I like it.
All right. you need to get 2 marks onto the hot pot. No, 3 marks onto the hot pot to be able to put your program in there to get the program to loop when you tell it to. The hot pot has hired some successful, right out of college, individuals to keep their system secure. They have a whopping 7 dice.
Oh, that's adorable.
But their system is badass, so they get an extra dice.
Yeah.
And they're running on a corporate grid that gives them none other dice. And the person is
None.
not hot simmed
None.
in, so he's like
None.
sitting at his
Okay.
terminal going
Boop, 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 boop.
with his analog keyboard because he loves the sound of the clicking.
No, it's not an
Oh
analog.
my.
It's a digital keyboard that makes the clicking sound.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn, he's a badass. One success!
Is that a...
That's
No, it's
almost
not a glitch.
Almost a glitch.
Oh.
God. And he said he doesn't have edge.
Awesome.
This job is so beneath me. I've got all this stuff handled. Nobody attacks restaurants.
Wow. So I'll buy 2 successes.
You're in. Is that 2 successes? So you have 3 marks on the system.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna give this guy a name because I like him already.
Harry?
No. 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 No.
Clyde.
Luther. I am Luther Boggs, expert security specialist. I get 9 dice. Luther, of course, being diligent, you've slid into the system, laid down 3 marks, and slid on inside this cheesy restaurant chain security system.
I'm
It
actually
looks like
quick check,
somebody
though.
took a moment and built it off of some sort of cheap, generic, Wix-styled web page design.
No. He built it from scratch, but it was copy and paste from other websites that
Exactly.
were like on the Code Academy website.
Heck yeah, even the security system copy paste. Luther's going to drop some dice to resist you. Just be perceptive of your actions. Damn it, radio.
Security butler.
Luther, the security butler, is ready for his chance to prove himself as a true spider. With all of his 1 success,
Oh my god, it's so cute.
he's on top of this shit.
Word.
I'm in the middle of a raid here. What the fuck is this alarm about?
Cancel!
I don't have time for this. Get out of the fire. Get out of the fire.
All right, Sarah, you need to beat 1 success to lay down your loop program.
I could buy that.
All right, moving on with life. Luther will be in the unemployment line soon. All right, this is what you get for idleness. Loop program has been put in. What's next?
Tell them to go. They should have been on standby. Go, go, go!
Well, all right, so we're assuming that this is the point in time in the storyline when Donald has come back to Seattle and he's about to head to the restaurant. Is that correct?
No.
Yeah,
The night before,
Yeah, night before.
I'm going in and putting the explosives on.
Oh, that's what's going on. All right. So Alan and Gears both go, or is just Gears going?
It don't matter to me. If Alan wants to come, he can come.
Mm,
You guys are already together.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
yeah.
And if you've got anything to make me extra special sneaky, that would be great too. But I'm just gonna like.
He just sort of reaches over, taps gears and casts a base stealth, which reduces the sound of reduces or eliminates the sounds he directly makes. And then
Okay.
spends the rest of the ride wiping the R.
Okay. How many successes can you buy on wiping an Orem?
Well, it's the force. The drain is force -2, and he can buy two successes. So he'll do a force 4 stealth spell.
Okay. Are you going to buy the successes on the spell casting and versus the drain and stuff, or do you want to actually roll?
Versus the drain. Spellcasting
Alright.
versus the drain. Okay. Yeah, so.
Am I ready?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought we were rolling or something. Do I feel any different?
Nope.
Okay.
What you saw was Alan walk up and go, okay, I'm going to modify the sounds you make and stuff like that.
Okay. Well,
And it was literally like that. And he goes, you're good.
sweet. I'm gonna go mug someone too.
Please do.
Not on my time.
I'm gonna park down the road, and I'm just gonna walk quietly and conspicuously past. And as I'm walking past, I'm gonna place the explosives. Are there any metal parts to the window? Like, is it like a metal window frame, or
Yes.
then I'll use magnetic strips to hold the things on there, and I would have already painted them the same color as the window frame.
How did you find out the color of the window frame?
I would have taken. Oh, I've got my van on me. As we drove past, I would have seen it.
Okay.
And I
fair
would
enough.
have just sprayed it. Yeah.
I'll agree with that. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Good leg work there. All right.
Mhm.
So confidently you stride up to the building, hoping that the security system sees something else or does something else, or the loop's working, the magic's working. You walk up to the window, and as you begin applying the strip, a young girl who's inside coloring on her piece of paper looks up to you and smiles and waves.
At nighttime?
Yeah. The
Think it's
restaurant's
open
open
all
right
night
now,
long?
right? Are you doing this while it's open?
No. Well, it's closed.
Oh, wow, it's closed. All right. Well, there's still a little girl there. There's nobody else in the restaurant. She's just there. And she turns slowly, looks at you with dead eyes.
That freaks me the hell out.
No, I'm
Hello.
kidding. There's no little girl. This isn't a Call of Cthulhu game. But if you'd like to play a Call of Cthulhu game, I'm really thinking on it. All right.
I would love to, yes.
All right. All right. So, yeah, you apply the tape. It's late. You then head back to your van, back up the road. You didn't feel any magic. It wasn't really a magical moment. There's no dice rolls necessary for applying explosives. You're done.
Yeah.
That real magic feels nothing like the drugs magic.
Right.
All right. Next step.
So as soon as they let me know they're done,
Yeah.
I send out the message anonymously for actors to be at the restaurant at the time of the appointment. I'm just going to say the time of the appointment is
Put a block. It's like be at the restaurant between this and this, and leave between this and this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or leave after the shit starts.
Right.
Run.
You will know when the scene has finished.
Exactly.
Right.
All right. I just have a quick question. Since Gears and Alan are sending you a message to let you know when they're finished, what's the code? What's the code phrase they use?
The bird has landed. I repeat, the bird has landed. I don't know.
That sounds so good. I love it. So yeah, I can.
The albatross has landed.
Yeah.
I can definitely see as you're banging away trying to look for a loophole back behind Doc Wagon's door. Kuma turns to you and goes, "Albatross has landed."
Okay.
All right. You send out the message. It's going to cost you 700 new yen to hire the pre-hire stage for the flash mob. It's going to be 700 is about 5 guys who are going to show up and do stuff. Do you want more than 5?
That's not true. A flash mob does things like almost like because they think it's cool to be involved in something.
Well, this is hiring people, so 700 is
Right.
what I set for 5
But we
people.
don't have to really pay them.
No. Like a flash mob is you're gonna hang out, you're gonna just be an extra. You get $50 to go have a meal that we're also gonna reimburse you for.
Somebody has to pay for shit. Money has to be
Yeah, I'm
included.
just letting you know. Like,
But you pay them afterwards, and we're not going to be there afterwards to pay them.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean they have to show their that
Right.
they had a meal with a receipt.
So you still have to divvy up some personal information. You still need to fake ID information so that the system believes you give them a legitimate bank account. Otherwise, this isn't going to fly, because that kind of stuff you have to put a credit card in for, right?
No, man.
No, you can use stuff like
People trust each
Bitcoin
other.
because Bitcoin is
This
untraceable.
this
you
is
don't have to.
Shadowrun. Nobody trusts
No
anybody.
Shadowrunners are gonna be doing a flash mob, baby.
Yeah.
Right.
These are
Yeah.
This is
like-
wage slave
I
stuff.
have
These
an
are
answer.
trusting. These are trusting
I'm-
hipsters. That,
Okay, I have a belief that there's some money needs to be tossed forward. You all have a belief that no money needs to be tossed forward because there seems to be
Okay.
good-natured
You know
people.
what?
I
Okay,
have
how
an
about this?
answer for this. We're going to poll the audience. Ekin, Radio, and anybody else out there, pitch in your votes and let's see what you guys think. Should the flash mob be free or should it cost the players some cashola?
What I'm saying is that if they do have to pay, it's not paying per person. There's like a set amount that's there, and whoever shows up, it gets divided amongst everyone.
Yeah, like $700 for 5 people.
No, there's not going to be like just 5 people in a restaurant.
All right, $700 for like 10
Like,
people.
It's for like 20 people.
Sure, okay, but there's still a number.
Okay,
No.
if it's 700 for 20 people being in a restaurant at one time, totally fine.
I mean, I'd do an easy grand. Like, it's just
All right,
up.
all right.
There-
Ekin
Ekin
definitely.
is saying, frag no, unless it's in LA.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
guess that's
See?
for it being
All for
free.
cheating the flash mob.
Okay, so Radio saying yes, it should cost, but he's also saying no, you guys should hack the system, which I'm cool with.
yeah, let's hack the system.
Okay, which is fine. It's fine. I mean, if
You know what? You can just make a fake bank account. Like, you just set a
yeah,
grand
she
in
totally
there.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Okay.
set a grand in there, and whoever actually is good enough to like get their things in, oh, they get the money. But
Yeah.
that would be good.
You know what? I gotta call a crisis of conscience on this. My character would not want this to happen. He would want to actually pay them.
Yeah, that's what I'm working for. Conscientious kind of situation for you.
Like,
Cool.
yeah. Because
You wanna-
if we were fucking over a business, I would be down for it. Like, let's not
There
pay the
you
business.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the
Okay.
Shadowrunner is
would
coming out.
also say
Citizens.
we need to pay because not paying these guys would leave trails. Would leave red flags.
So a bank
Okay.
account can get set
Yeah,
up easily
so-
enough under a false it can be set up under
Yeah, I mean, he's all for like putting the
This
account
is-
under John Smith, but John Smith has to give real money.
Barbara Lucas.
Right. Okay.
Set it up under John, who's in jail, to frame him.
Okay.
But we don't want to.
Yeah.
John, who might be in jail.
We should do that. If we could frame someone,
John Feliz.
someone that's an asshole.
John Feliz.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ekin is right. If you screw people, it's eventually a hit on your street cred.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Okay. So, you wanna chip in some money, guys, so we can.
Yeah.
How much do you guys wanna chip in?
So if we do 50 each, 50 times 20. You said, no, not 50 between each of us. I mean, saying we're paying each person 50 new yen, and there's 20 people. That's...
essentially, what you would have to do is have a reserve. So, like, each, for example, each of you put, like, 500 new yen into a pot. And that's their set aside, for when people actually come. So it can be any amount. It could be 3, it could be 50.
Let's do 3 each. So that's $900, right? Yeah. 3, 6, 9. That's $900 in the pot. Huh? New yen. Sorry. New yen. Dollar bill, y'all. And then, depending on how many people register for the event, then, they'll get whatever. That's fine.
That sounds good. And you can actually make it 1,200. You guys can cough up some little extra cash and then make Odie pay out the rest later. Be like, hey, you owe us this much. Because that way we did this. Sounds
that
good?
Works.
So there's like 1,200 to play around with. That's a decent amount of people.
Radio has a great idea. You know what would be really fun? Taking some of the guys from Gearstown out for a coincidental meal.
Oh, God. You have to dress them up, though.
Yeah, they're real sloppy. Well, if we want to buy them all outfits and... I don't like the idea, though. They could get hurt.
You don't want to hurt your people. That's fine. Your followers. Your congregation.
Yes, exactly.
All right. So this step is taken care of. Now on to the next step. Is this the last step? Are we now waiting for the clock to click down?
I think that's the last step. So we got the schedule.
Check.
We got the explosives done.
Check.
We got the actors.
Check.
We got her phone turned off. We got the auto shop safe house ready.
You need to get a message to Odysseus about her wrist bracelet.
Yeah. Yeah, which won't be a problem.
Anything left to deal with?
When this is happening, when we're ready, I want to be in the garage with my vehicle near me, the van, and my drones ready, my Predator and my Dalmatian on standby.
I mean, I assumed we were all gonna be together? Question mark.
Right.
Are we all gonna be there?
So I'm not with you guys. I don't know why it would make any sense for anyone else to show up there.
Okay,
I show up there and say, oh, by the way, Lucky sends his regards, and then I shoot her.
Do you want me to tell you why?
Why?
Sure, yeah.
Out of character, because she could turn into a dragon.
Jay, seriously, that's digging here, man.
Out of character.
We've already seen that one guy turn into a dragon.
Yeah.
Well, actually is a good reason for Alan to be there, because he has the...
There's no dragon!
No, Alan has to cast the spell.
Yeah.
So we can be like... I don't know.
And I mean, he could be like asleep in one of the wrecks outside the door. Waiting in one of the wrecks outside the door. For nothing else.
I mean, that's fine.
Okay. I mean, I'm completely cool whoever's going to be there. Right now, you guys have no communication with John's character, so if you're there, you're there.
I'll have communication with him because I'll be in his phone, quote unquote.
Fair
So it depends on what they tell me to do. They want me there if they don't want me there. If they say they don't
be on standby.
Okay, I will be like in the front, in front of the house in my van, and I'm gonna have like 2 of my fly spies spread out watching everything.
Okay. And I completely get it. Right now, you guys are about to make an amazing hit. The payout on this is great. Anything could possibly go wrong. Like, she could turn into a dragon.
Yeah.
He's not being paranoid. You guys live in a fucked up world where there's a giant crater in the middle of
the Yellowstone
Park spewing out
fey creatures
like someone taking a dump.
Actually, like not taking a
Touche.
dump, like having like very bad.
It's like bad. It's terrible. There's dragons that run corporations, spellcasters. A lot of paranormal has not been involved in this game because you guys are not involved in the paranormal events. He is not wrong. She could turn into a dragon. She fucking borrows body parts from people.
True.
Yeah.
This could be.
Not borrows.
Yeah.
Takes.
Well, it's like this is the world where Chicago is overrun by insect spirits.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
Yeah,
And-
in Boston, you don't even know what the fuck's going on in Boston, but ain't nobody talking about it no more.
Hell no. Okay. So.
Are we ready, Zoe? Is it happening? You have to let me go so I can do my thing.
Let him off the leash.
Go. Do it.
The early morning sun breaks through the windows in the Los Angeles hotel. You hear your phone. You don't hear, you see your phone flashing lights as you start to turn and kind of look in that direction. A soft, warm body snuggles up alongside of you. Part of you is excited at the opportunity. Another part of you crawls at the thought of who it actually is, and there's a lot of mixed emotions, but for just a short period of time, you choke it back as you reach over to check your phone, and it's just letting you know what time it is and your schedules for the day and stuff like that. Your work phone. Some few, maybe a meter or two away, in a boot sitting on the ground, there's another phone. It has no lights, it doesn't flash, it doesn't make any noise. You can actually get rid of that, I apologize.
I just like showing the pictures.
It doesn't flash, it doesn't make any noise, it doesn't do anything, but you know it's been active. You're hoping it's been active. You hope something else is going on. This has gone actually pretty far. As you lay there, her hand caresses from your shoulder down your chest to your midsection, pulls you a little close. She straddles you with her leg. She makes a bit of a early morning like sniffing noise, and she asks, "Are you awake?"
Yeah, actually, I was about to wake you. We should probably get the day started. Got a schedule to keep you on.
The best way to start the day.
She'll nod, and she looks over to her phone, and she swings it over into the bed with you guys and starts punching buttons, telling the coffee maker to get started and breakfast to begin being made by the automated arms in the kitchen. She looks to you and smiles as she rolls to the other side of the bed, slides out, and heads for the bathroom.
So as you know, I am, pretty chill, just pretending there's nothing weird going on, watching her walk away into the bathroom. Then as soon as she closes that door, jump out of the bed, go to grab my phone out of my boot, and see if anything has been happening while I've been, like, if there's any news. Yeah.
You push the button. The screen doesn't light up. It's dim. It's using that old yellowish gray coloration, so you have to reflect it off the sun coming in through the early morning of the window just to kind of read anything. You begin thumbing through text message, phone call, something. Not a damn thing. No word from the rest of the team. You hear her in the other room turn on the shower, and she yells out, "Hey, can you figure out if that machine in the kitchen has donuts in the fridge? I'd really like something jelly-filled. Maybe a bagel or something with jelly."
Jelly-filled bagel?
Tell her, how about a cream filled?
Ew. She got cream filled last night. Ayo.
So. Wow.
Sorry. This is not a rated G.
Okay, so yeah, I will quietly pull on some pants and go out to see if there's any jelly-filled bagels in the kitchen machine. I assume she's talking about a refrigerator. I don't know what kind of life she lives in the clouds.
You walk over to the refrigerator as it's doing its breakfast making thing. Mark is sitting out on the balcony, overlooking the city at this point in time. So as you come walking into this area,
Mark didn't go.
to the hotel room. Mark is the other bodyguard.
I know. I thought it was just.
They are all in the suite together.
Oh.
Mark,
Oh.
Donald, and Brenda are all in the same suite. They had different rooms.
Yep.
Had.
Oh.
Yeah.
So as you
One
walk
bed
into-
is unslept in.
As you walk into the kitchen to gather your stuff, Mark is sitting out on the patio. He's in a pair of khakis, smoking a long haul, and drinking some coffee. He seems to be in face chat time with a woman. You can make kind of like a little perception from here. You can see that there's a female face as he's talking. You can't hear the words because the doors are closed, the glass doors are shut. So all you can see is he's talking. He seems to be having a pretty good conversation with her. You walk over to the fridge thing, open it up, and then as you begin lancing around, there seems to be these tiny pastry-looking things. You stare at it for a minute, and you get the idea that that might be what she's wanting.
Okay. Yeah, I'll grab them and I'll pour a cup of coffee. I don't know if I have seen or heard how she orders her coffee.
It's in her phone. You've probably been updated on how she takes a lot of things. That was a direct... There was a purpose behind how... So, the machine already knows. It's got a cup ready. Do you take coffee?
Oh, good. Yeah, I take the coffee
So your
and
coffee's ready.
the pastry things.
All right. You want
And
it back to...
Yeah, I saunter back into the bedroom and slip into the bathroom with her,
All right.
delivering the pastries. Oh, I also take my pants off before I go in.
Fair enough. You don't want to get into the shower with your pants on.
Oh, I just don't even want. I just want to. No, I'm not getting into the shower with the pastries. I'm just delivering them in the nude.
Got it.
Yep.
All right. She'll open the shower stall door and say, "There's room for more. Come on in."
Yeah.
All right.
That pastry soggy.
No.
Yeah.
I
But
put
there's
the
a plenty
pastry
of-
on the
Yeah.
on the sink area
All right.
with the coffee.
There's definitely a moment where this CEO takes advantage of her subordinate, and she, of course, last night was very sensual, and you had an opportunity to enjoy yourself as much as possible. But this morning seems to be a much more aggressive as she tells you what you're to do to entertain her in the shower. The shower probably takes at least a good 30 to 40 minutes worth of time before she's done, and then she steps out
Damn.
to go gather a pastry and drink her coffee.
You remembered all of the standing Kama Sutra experiences.
Oh no! I want to roll for it.
Sure, I mean, you've got the skill. Buy some successes or roll some dice.
You know what?
Sure.
No, I'm gonna do fake dice.
Oh, fake dice.
I do electronic dice for Shadowrun. Ain't nobody got time for D6s.
I do.
I mean,
Oh,
it's a game about the future. Roll that beautiful electronic dice.
Yeah.
It's just really funny because I'm the decker and I like analog dice better than the digital one.
Well, you're the one who is basing, how to kill somebody off of an old TV show.
That's true.
Right. Okay, so it's going to be intuition plus my Karma Sutra knowledge, or my agility.
Which one's bigger?
That's
Heyo.
what she said. Definitely agility.
Then do use that one.
Yeah, with your agility being bigger, I think you should probably use the bigger of the two.
All right, always go with bigger. Check.
Size matters,
No matter what's ever said, size matters.
right?
Okay, 10. 10 D20s, yay!
You can roll D20s. We get it. We know where you're coming from.
Okay. It's greater than 5? I hope
Less
that
than
was-
5.
Less than 5, okay.
I do
Should've
believe it's
already
the...
set
No,
it
it's
up.
greater.
That's
You should
greater.
probably
It's
have it
greater.
set it.
Greater.
It's greater.
What's good?
Well,
It's greater.
then I get 3 successes, not 9.
That's awesome.
Well, at least it works out. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
1 would have been decent because it's a focused skill. 2 would have been awesome. So 3 is pretty amazing. Like
Man,
I said,
I've got the
3.
standing lotus down.
3 is 40 minutes worth of awesome.
Yeah.
3 is 40 minutes, and she told you, please stop. We have to go do stuff today. How about that one?
Yeah. And I say, yes, Miss Van Zandt, and I stop.
All right.
Like a robot.
Rubber bands in the shower.
No.
Yeah, that's what. Never mind.
Silicone lubricant. It's the thing of the future.
Right.
Water doesn't wash it away.
Exactly. Night of the baby wipes. You get out of the shower. You guys begin getting dressed. She's doing her thing. She's snacking. You guys gather together. You head out of the building. Mark doesn't say anything. He comes in, his breakfast ready. He sits at the counter. As you guys came out of the room, he said, "Good morning, ma'am. Some breakfast is ready." And she says, "I already ate. I'm ready to go." He says, "Yes, ma'am. I've got everything settled, and I've got the car to be prepped and ready to go whenever you want to." He looks to you, gives a nod. "Do you want to drive this morning?"
I've been driving all night, son.
Yeah, I mean, I'll drive around.
All right, he'll give a nod. She says, "Our destination is back to the wharf. I got an email this morning that we are going back out on the boat." She rolls her eyes. "So make sure to pack something to look like you're going swimming in. I already have my bikini on underneath this."
Oh, yeah, I always have my Speedo ready.
Ew.
She'll laugh. And it's not like there's a lot of toying in her voice when she laughs like that, though. There's
Like
a lot
she
of...
wants to see you in that Speedo.
Exactly.
And then wants to see you out of that Speedo.
The drive from the hotel, it's a bit long. The hotel's in a more business section of town. But to get to the docks where the boat is parked at, or the smaller boat to take you to the bigger boat, 30, 40 minutes or so. You arrive, small boat takes you to the big boat. From the big boat, you load in to it and begin wandering around. On the small boat, you guys change into your outfits for wandering on the boat. The small Japanese men are like, "Oh, so good to see you again." They're very happy to see her. She hugs and kisses them affectionately. They giggle, laugh, and blush profusely. One of them even checking his nose and wandering off when he realizes it might be bleeding.
Oh my god.
What? I did that. I went there. As you are standing there watching this whole event, of course, you slip down into your Speedo. You feel a sensation wrap around your large index finger on your left hand. A tug gives you a pull. You don't see anything when you look down, but you can feel a presence. And a voice says, "She's awake. Can we go down?"
So the entire drive to where we were going to meet the boat from the hotel, like I was thinking about this meeting with this dragon, right? That Fira told me about. She described it as a dragon, right?
Yes, she said it's a dragon. It's old and it's powerful.
Yeah. So I've been like anticipating this the entire drive out there, and oh man, I'm trying to remember as a player if I think a response, can she hear it? Because she's not actually talking.
Of me or Fira or the universe?
Yeah, no, I'm asking you out of character, like as
magic is fucking weird.
Yeah, no, I know. I think I remember.
You've heard stories that dragons are telepathic, as well as have fiery breath.
No, sorry. If I think a response to Fira, will she hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought I remembered as a player.
Yeah, you guys are connected.
Yeah. I just wanted to
mentally, you're father and daughter.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll think to her. Not yet, little one, but soon. Soon we'll be able to.
Okay. Van Zandt parades around, making the attention be drawn. She talks to the agents. She shows them the information. She woos them as you and Mark both walk around, bare-chested and bearing your muscular physique in front of these tiny little Asian men who they don't really engage you too much, not even their bodyguards, which their bodyguards look kind of impressive. So they don't have too many people. And then after a while, Van Zandt retires to the back of the boat with a Long Island iced tea and the CMO of the Japanese company to have quiet talks.
I think this is the time to slip away.
Okay.
Go talk to the dragon.
As you get to move away, Mark will stop you. Hey, man, are you stepping out?
Just for a few minutes. Yeah,
It's
I
like-
have to.
Yeah, not a problem. I mean, if you want to go explore, go for it. When you come back, I'm going to go wander around for a bit. I just don't want to leave her unattended to. That guy, Hito over there, I don't know what the fuck his name is. He's been staring at us pretty hard. I don't want any shit.
Getting handsy.
Yeah, I'll make sure I don't leave you alone too long.
Thanks.
And we slip away.
All right. It
It's like,
doesn't
show
take
me
you long,
to the
right?
dragon, Fira.
And she does. She physically pulls on your finger, so you can definitely get the direction in which you're wandering in your tiny little pair of underwear through this boat. You pass by what you'd describe her as maybe a young Asian woman who sees you walking around in almost full nudity like that, and she blushes and gets out of your way as you move into the lower part of the boat from one place to the other. Not like to the engine room or anything like that, just like decking. You do pass by what looks to be, and I say it kind of off-heartedly, to be a gambling room, as there's maybe plinko machines and a gambling table and stuff like that. This boat's pretty cool. This boat's got some stuff in it. And you walk into a lounge. There are a lot of chairs. There are a couple of tables, and there are a lot of space, and it's near the front of this boat. And this lounge room seems to be taller than all the other rooms in the entirety of this boat. And as you walk in the door, as you walk toward it, you've walked by doors in here that have markings and stuff like that that won't open as you pass by. As you approach this door, it seems to act the same way. And you see, or at least feel like you can see Sphere reaching out toward the door, and the door opens, maybe for her, maybe for you, or maybe somebody on the other side opened it. And you walk into this lounge. The presence is like you're walking into a sauna filled with steam and heat. You can feel it in your lungs. Something here is very heavy. It's warm. It's powerful. You feel you are not alone. But everywhere you look in this room, it's just you. And as far as you can tell, Fira.
Oh man. So I will venture in deeper into the lounge, but like cautiously.
Okay.
Trying to trying to get a feeling for if the presence is stronger in other areas. So like maybe I'll like feel like I'm getting close to it or something. I don't know.
Fair enough. Fira pulls away from your finger, and she laughs and appears. Physically manifests into the room. She runs up to one of the sections. It's like a table. So, like in some boats, they have those benches that go around the outside.
Yeah.
Sitting near, there's a table, and there's an lit candle on this table. Other tables, too, as well as like an old napkin, like somebody left it there, and they didn't completely clean the room. She runs up toward this table. She puts her hands onto the table, and she stares, and she says, I made it back. And then, just like Fira, an old Asian woman appears sitting on the bench. She's wearing a beautiful red silk robe, dragon embroidered onto it, black hair pulled back. She's got the Asian wrinkle going on, but the rest of her face looks young and fresh.
Which is like almost no wrinkles.
She has lipstick on, black hair, black makeup that's tinged with blues and greens. For an appearance of being an older woman, she has a full figure and a happy smile as she appears next to the table in which Fira has pulled up to. The woman stares across. The woman doesn't pay attention to you. Let me take that back. She stares mostly at Fira, and the two of them begin whispering. And you are across this room, probably about a good 10 meters away.
Yeah.
Motion detector's going off again.
So I will, man.
Keep going.
So I'm gonna do a I'm gonna bow to her, like we have been showing, like bowing respectfully to all the different people on the boat and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
but I don't have any like courtesy skills, so
Etiquette?
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I don't have etiquette.
At all?
No, so I have to default to my charisma
That's correct, sir.
to see how poorly I
Oh
I
my
do
God.
on this.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so let's see. Oh, 10 dice was my last one. I'll go down to 1 die. 1 success!
Congratulations. Of everything in your mind, you're like, this could be a dragon. No matter what, she's a spellcaster. No matter what, she's Asian. No matter what, this is probably related to my boss. I should probably like go down on both my knees or something, but you don't. You bow deeply like you've seen in movies and stuff. Oh yeah, Aiken's like It's not like
He
that.
offers oral. Use your Kama Sutra skill.
Not yet.
Boo.
One of us has to buy the other dinner first.
Oh. She'll buy you your life.
Yeah, so I just bow. As in a way that I imagine is very respectfully.
Okay.
Yeah.
She will acknowledge you with a hand gesture and then a come here.
I come there.
She looks to Fira and tells her to sit down, and so Fira jumps over it onto the bench next to her, and she'll point to the chair at the table. The table's only like a foot or two away from her, and she points to a chair, points to you and points to the chair.
Oh yeah, I will not even question her. I'm gonna sit in that chair.
As you approach Fira's sister and says, "Oh, and Ruby picked me to be with him, and he's showing me so many things." And she's like, "This is really wonderful. And what things have you learned?" And she goes, "Sometimes you can make people mad and they'll burn your house down." And she just starts conveying to this woman the experiences that Fira and you have been through, talking about teaching her things and whatnot.
Hide and seek.
Hide and seek, playing with other children, learning to read, knowing when to hide. She even tells, I learned how to protect him and stuff like that. And they're having a conversation that you are just a byproduct of. You are just there to be part of it.
Yep.
And she makes no acknowledgement other than a hand gesture that you even exist every once in a while. And to look at you and say, that's really good. Like praising you for the actions that you're taking when she hears the stories that Fira. You feel that by the way that Fira is acting, Fira and this person have a relation. Maybe they're family. Maybe they're kinfolk or something. And she knows
Maybe
it.
she's judging you.
Fira continues to tell her stories in short bursts about the different things she's experienced. She even talks about fighting the Wolfman, or at least watching you fight the Wolfman, because she was there for that.
She was. Fear is always there.
And when at some point in time Fira runs out of things to say, she starts asking questions. How old are you? How long have you been here? And stuff like that. To which the woman responds, I was here right after the awakening took place. I wasn't as robust as some people. I slid in and I hid quietly amongst the humans. And there are things she talks about in the way she says things that are just like, what? I thought that wasn't true. But it is, as she talks about how she's done rituals to ensure her invisibility from all the other Dracos who move about and stuff like that. They have a very candid conversation. And at no point does she tells you can't tell anyone else this or anything along these lines. She just has a very candid conversation. But what does happen near the end of it, where Fira and the woman seem to have grown bonded together, they will hug. She will wish Fira great luck, and then she turns her attention finally to you and says, "The spirit that blessed you with this is my kin. If ever you feel that this child needs something greater," and she'll produce from nothing a card and slide it onto the table. That is my business information. She is of kin, therefore you are a protector of my kin. She'll smile to you.
Yeah.
And then she'll turn to Fira. I've enjoyed our conversation and your time here with me. I look for a chance that this will happen again. I don't see me getting around to Seattle anytime soon, but when I do, I will call for you, both of you. And she'll smile to you, and then says to Fira, you may go now. And Fira turns to you and she grasps you by the finger. Oh, that was so amazing and wonderful. I never thought I'd get a chance to meet any of Ruby's cousins.
Yeah. When she presents the card, I take the card silently and like nod and thanks, and when the conversation's over, I'll do a little bow again on the way out with Fira,
Okay.
and
You can write down on your character sheet, ABS,
oh my gosh.
connections, 8, loyalty 1.
Hold on, I can't write it on my character sheet because all my
Fair enough, write
contacts
it
are
on a
full.
piece of paper. By the way,
Yeah.
the card she gave you is warm to the touch. Like, warm to the touch. Like it was a nuked piece of paper, like it came out of the oven, toasty warm.
Oh my god.
Okay, Abby S.
Abby
What was
S.
the rest of it?
ABS, connection of an 8, loyalty of a 1.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm like speechless. I'm just gonna let Fira talk more if she wants to talk more, because
She will definitely hug Abby S one more time and wish her well, and can't wait to see the great water dragon once again. She will be so happy to tell Ruby all about this.
yeah.
Ruby is a fire dragon!
Yeah, and so as I bow, leaving, I'll say, I will protect her as best I can for as long as I can.
Abby S turns to you and says, I think you'll do a wonderful job. Your frail mortal coil will diminish well before she does. And she'll smile.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say to a dragon. So
you're just standing there staring at her, right?
yeah,
Is that what
yeah.
Fira tugs on you. We should go.
Yeah, you gotta get back to work.
Right, you're right.
The woman
No.
begins to fade from existence in a very smooth transition from there to nothing. Fira also
Wow.
disappears. The omnipresent from the room disappears. You begin backing away.
Mhm.
It feels weird. And then you head for the door. You walk out the door as you leave the lounge and the door shuts behind you. A man voice comes from behind you. You turn and look, and there's one of the sailors from the boat, and he says in English, "You're not supposed to be in there. Move along."
Right, sorry, I was just looking for the restroom.
Hey,
I think I took a wrong turn.
Bathroom this way, and he grabs you by the shoulder vigorously and starts pushing you down hallway. You should not want the boat. It is not safe. And he takes you to a restroom, and he'll leave you there. You catch up with your boss, and as you're in the bathroom, you're doing your business. You stop to check your other phone. Oh, a message came through.
Oh, I've checked my other phone's message.
What will it say?
Be ready at dinner. Meow meow.
Oh.
Say anything about like where we have to go
Yeah.
or anything.
That's
I'll-
so great!
I'll
This is like the
message
most
back, it's
scripted
like-
shit ever.
I love it.
Ready
I
ready
love
for
it.
what?
Ready it. No,
Which
no,
dinner?
It should stay like that.
It's just that's it. That's
Don't go into detail. That's perfect.
Nope. That's exactly what it says. Be ready at dinner. If he was keeping up with her schedule and looking at her schedule, he would
Alright.
see the dinner reservation that's new. You should look at that now.
I mean, I would also see like any dinner reservation that
Right.
was there.
Yeah. So as you're sitting there going, what the fuck? And so you pull over to your work phone. There's a new
Yeah.
dinner reservation listed.
That wasn't there before.
That wasn't there before, yeah.
Dun, dun,
Okay.
dun.
Okay. All right. I'll put the pieces together here.
Good job.
Urinating at the same time, working 2 phones.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not my bathroom. It doesn't matter if I
He's
splash.
sitting down.
He's one of those guys.
No,
You gotta be
there's-
comfortable
there's,
whenever
there's,
you.
there's no seated toilet. You just squat over it.
Oh, that's right. It's a Japanese boat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh no, theirs would probably grab a hold of your stuff and then spray your butthole too at the same
That's
time.
true.
With
A
soapy
bidet.
flinted.
It would just suck all the food. If you had any.
Oh right,
Whoa.
we're moving forward past this. We got to move on. We're
Great.
moving on. Japanese toilets are weird.
Okay. Yeah. So I put the pieces together and I do.
They are very weird.
Wash my hands.
Mm-hmm.
You get back to your boss, and Mark gets a chance to dispatch. Your boss is at this point lounging. The boat's turned back around. Boat's continuing on its whatever course. And within the half hour, you guys are getting your clothes, doing your thing to get ready to disembark. Radio's got a good point. You guys should read that. I don't care. Moving forward, it's fast at this point in time. We're gonna do some moving forward. You guys head to the airport. It's a nice drive. You get to you go to the hotel, you grab your luggage, you go back to the airport. You got your tickets. She hands them out digitally. You guys gather what you need to do. Maybe grab some dinner before a late flight back up to Seattle on a small private charter in which, as the plane is taking off and whatnot, she wants to take you back to do the Mile High Club thing. The Mile High Club
my
thing.
High Club, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a thing.
it's a thing.
It's a thing.
It is.
And now I'm a member.
It certainly is
Excellent.
a thing.
I can even make some more Karma Sutra rolls.
If you so want to.
All right.
You gotta keep her happy.
I gotta find a way to get this edge back. Only 2 successes. The
Not good
pilot
enough.
screws me
Not
up.
good enough.
That's not good enough. No,
What else?
I'm pretty sure it's good enough.
I've already set the bar too high.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I mean, at this
Well,
point.
this is a smaller space, so
Spread-
you have to. It's expected.
So she returns back to her seat, smiled, smugged. Maybe she spends an extra couple of minutes in the bathroom after you walk back towards your seat. You sit down. Mark reaches across to you and is just like, it's not my business, but you probably should play a little bit safer. Work to be, I don't know, man, not so close or up in the work like that.
Way up in there.
It's okay, Mark. I know what I'm doing.
He gives a nod, leans back, and goes back to what he's doing on the late flight. He sends a message to his wife and lays down to get some sleep. Miss Van Zandt slides back into the chair next to you, flips open her little laptop, and starts banging away on her keys, looks to you, reaches over, grabs your leg, kind of massages it, smiles, laughs, starts banging away and just punching keys. She looks to you and she goes, I'm enjoying our time in LA. I'd hate to see it end so quickly. I do have quite a bit of space in my downtown apartment. And I've already checked out what Aegis has to offer for you. It's crap. Maybe a change of venue would be good for you. She continues to pop up information and plug away on some files.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, my current residence is lacking in some amenities, and I'll wink when I say amenities.
She'll laugh. She'll be like, "Ooh, I like that." Hang on a minute as she begins dealing with putting up a little... She pulls up a little window and she looks into it. And she's just like, of course, you know that I'll be more than happy to make some room in my life for someone like you. It's been a while since I've had some... And Mark at this point in time is trying so fucking hard to sleep through this shit right now. And she's just like, it's been a while. I've really been looking for something like you. And she refers to you as a thing and not a person.
Ruh-roh.
It's alright, I know what I am.
Playboy.
She plugs away, and then she stares at the screen after that, and she puts her finger up to her chin like, oh, God, that's... And she starts plugging. And you can see her concern goes from when the next time you'll be able to roto-rooter her personal hole to whatever is on her computer screen.
Okay. Can I do a like a stealth to see what she's concerned
You don't have
about?
to roll stealth to notice. I mean, you can kind of see it. You want to read over her shoulder? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but I don't want her to notice that I'm doing it.
Okay, then yeah, it's a stealth.
Yeah, like maybe I'm just like stretching. Oh.
Sure.
Okay, sneaking, and would that be agility or intuition for this one?
Intuition.
Okay. Two successes.
Sure, I'll give it to you. Some sort of piece of information is on her computer screen. You remember her whole ordeal about the award she was winning and stuff like that for her humanitarian bullcrap? It's an email from someone talking about how these two kids have recently lost their parents to a fire while at work. You can see that she's heartbroken as she reads through this miserable story about an attack on the restaurant where they were working, and the building burnt down, and these kids who only had their mother to go through now no longer has anyone. Brenda bears in. She begins typing, "This is sad. I can't handle this. These kids need something. What do I do? How can I help? How much is it going to cost to help give them a new life, a better life?"
100,000 million.
She hits the send button. And she looks to you, and she's kind of teary-eyed. She wipes the tears from her eyes. I'm sorry. It was a bad email.
50,000 million each for the rest of to make sure that they have college, everything.
Yeah.
They don't have to be wage slaves.
So I will gently reach out for her hand and say, Brenda, what happened?
She turns to you, and she goes, there was apparently one of our sister companies had an employee die in a robbery fire at one of the restaurants in Seattle, and her children. She was a single mom. I'm a single mom too, and those kids are now orphans, and it hurts me so much.
But what can you do about it, right?
Exactly. What can you do about it? But I have money and the power to help change these kids' life. They have nothing now. Nothing at all, and I can make a difference.
Are you going to?
I have to do something. You have to work for the employees that are under you.
Oh man. So in the back of my mind, I know that I asked Sunny if she could arrange something to get them out of the orphanage and find them a good place.
And they're right now in the orphanage in which Van Zant controls.
Yep. Yep.
You know,
Okay.
This could be a boon. Sunny might not be able to do any better or even close to what Van Zant can do.
Yeah. It's like like what do you do? Do you set up a fund for them, and like how does that work?
Well, once I find out all the necessary details, I'll probably set aside some money for them to be able to assist. Since most of the orphans in my orphanage are related to just, whoever these children are who end up without a good mother like me, I have a tendency to just make sure that the orphanage is well taken care of. But this is close to home. She was an employee of mine, so I'll probably set a fund aside for them. Something that'll help take care of them, since they lost their only parent.
So
Robbery. If I was to find out who caused that robbery, I don't know what I would do. If I found out who the robbery was involved, who those thieves were, I don't know what I would do.
So I'll squeeze her hand, and I'll say, well, what do you need to, be able to set up this fund? Because it sounds important to you, and I would like to help.
Right now, I just need Jacques to get back to me and let me know what's going on. It'll probably take a few hours, and I probably get it taken care of in the flight in, but I was in such high spirits, and this definitely breaks it. I'm sorry, she looks to you with a bit of tears in her eye. I don't mean to bring down the mood. I really am enjoying our time, but stuff like this breaks my heart.
So...
you gotta tell her, bitch, that's not even your heart.
Right?
Yeah. So I will, I'll bring her hand up, and I'll kiss it gently, and I'll say, well, I know some people that might be able to find out who are responsible if you really want to know.
She just looks at you. I'm not in the business of vengeance, but I'm not past hurting people.
Yeah.
I'll send out some feelers, and then I'll start playing on my phone like I'm messaging people.
All right. She will lean back and begin taking care of business as well. The rest of the flight in is pretty swift and fast. There's a bit of comfortness in her as you guys move forward. Thank you. As the plane's coming into land, you get a couple of other text messages from your company saying, oh, congratulations on being back and shit like that. How do you rate your flight? This was a company paid for. Stuff like that. Normal 5-star ratings and whatnot. It's at least 24 hours before your dinner date with her, so you have time before things will be set up. But they're going to fly by pretty quickly.
Yeah, so, I guess
Van Zant heads home. You and Mark are done for the day. Do you want to go home with Van Zant?
No, I'm gonna... No, but maybe we can meet up before the dinner date.
She's got a lot of shit going on. Is this important?
I'll let you know if I get any information.
Text me.
Yeah. If you need me, yeah.
She will say that. If you really need me, and then she'll smile. She won't give you a peck on the cheek for a goodbye kiss or anything, but she definitely gives you that businesswoman wink and walk away.
Yeah, I'll text her if I need her.
Ew.
What?
I don't know.
Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna message out. I'm back.
You get another message. I know.
Can we meet and discuss what's supposed to be happening here? I message back. Soy bucks. Noon o'clock.
Sure, I guess.
All right.
Alright, yeah.
So you're there. Sorry, I'm cutting in. You guys are
No, that's fine.
It's cool.
Boom, we're there.
Yeah, you guys arrive at Starbucks, Soy Bucks.
Soy box.
Continue with the conversation. No reason to slow it down.
Yeah. Do you do anything before we start talking?
Yeah, everything's taken care of. Sorry, we need to move on.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Everything, white noise generator, it's fine. We're sitting in the back booth away from everybody else.
Okay, so what's this dinner all about?
Well, you're gonna take her to dinner, and and then you're going to be chased out by a diversion. You only need to go in the car with her, and then you're going to take her to a safe house that I send you the place for.
Okay, so there's going to be a mysterious diversion. How do I get rid of Mark?
There will be obstacles in his way. People flash mom. It's really funny. It's good though. It's fine. Loud bang, lots of people, diversion.
All right, I'll improvise. I'll roll with it.
Yep. Just get her out,
It's what
get her
I do.
into the car, and get her to the safe house. And then we take care of business.
Okay. So I get the address for the safe house.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And get a general idea for what it is.
Yep.
An
Sure.
abandoned auto shop.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. With this conversation, is there anything else you need to relay to Donald before you step away from him? Because I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to spend too much time hanging out.
Yeah, we're kind of like sitting next to each other, and I'm really just like looking at my phone like the
Okay.
whole time.
Playing it cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's it. Like, there will be explosions.
Bring
Get her out.
Bring your gun.
Yeah, bring your gun. I mean, he's
I'll
always
be.
packing.
Bring all my guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alan will be on site. Out of sight.
So will Gears.
Yeah, and Gears will be on standby, and I'll be watching through your phone.
Okay. You go like you always do. And I'll stand up and push my chair in and walk away.
Yeah. And I'll just sit there for like a good 20 minutes afterwards, like looking at my phone, drinking my soy latte.
I
doing
can only
things.
imagine how much your day eats at you, Donald, as it draws closer. I mean, you're okay with what's about to happen, but there's so many other layers that have been laid upon this situation
Yeah.
that makes this difficult.
I've got to double check that she set up those funds before I kill her.
Yes, that's what you do.
All right.
I gotta take care of mine, you know?
That's true.
So, through texting through the day, you're going to push the issue to make sure she gets things started, right?
Right.
Charisma
And
plus negotiation.
Oh, sweet. I have that.
Excellent. If not,
Anybody
buy
can-
some.
Can anybody smell that? It's the smell of an edge about to be burned.
Right?
No. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Come on. 3 dice.
I'll even give you a bonus dice. 1 bonus dice because of how
Okay.
much action you've put into this.
Okay, so but I'm gonna use an edge to re-roll my failures.
Okay. You're not
So that's-
burning it. You're just temporarily
Well, it's
sacrificing 3 extra
Yeah.
dice to roll.
So I've got 1 success. Oh, come on. Vic.
Do you keep re-rolling?
No.
Oh,
that's it.
okay. It's just 1. Okay.
So, because
I've got 1.
she's felt so guilty about, like, she's feeling it because she's the single mom, I feel like 1 success should be able to push her in the right direction.
And I'll throw in. I've got some leads on who's responsible too.
All right, fair enough. I'll let you drop an extra dice on that one.
Okay. Because I already know exactly who's responsible.
Get some. Yes.
2 successes. I'm satisfied.
Well, if you're satisfied, I'm satisfied.
So is Van
I-
Zandt.
we agreed
Yes.
that, yes. As you're sitting there and she doesn't give you a text back, you show up to her place, you pick her up, you guys drive to the restaurant. She's like, oh, God, where are we going again? Why is this even in my schedule?
Hot pot.
What is
A
a
hot
hot pot? Oh, that's where they stick the things in the pot and just cheese and whatnot.
No, that's
It's
fondue.
not cheese.
No, yeah, that's like no,
Yeah,
that's
that's-
fondue. This is the Asian version. It's
She'll
like
nod.
soup.
You guys get out, you park. It is a window washer style rain as you pull up to the front. And you're driving, so her and Mark step out. She turns to look back at you into the SUV and she says, I just want to let you know that email went through. So we should hear something in the morning. So if dinner is terrible, at least we have some good news. The night isn't completely lost, and she turns to walk in with Mark as you drive to park the car.
Oh no, I get out and tell the van to go park itself.
Oh, that's right, you can do that. The three of you
Yeah.
walk into the restaurant. It's a little bit lower key than what maybe, you'd expect for a CEO, but she kind of likes to slum it a little bit. She's got 2 bodyguards. As you walk up, the guy talks about what seats, but Mark immediately looks at his phone and says, "We have reservations." Wait, what was it called? Restaurant butler.
Restaurant butler.
He says, "We have reservations, restaurant butler." Which gets a nice rise out of the party of 3. Walking into the restaurant. All right, so Sarah's already made her necessary charisma roll. Jay has already set the explosives. There's no dice roll necessary to set them off. But it is definitely, there's a set explosives dice roll. You need at least 2 successes to make sure they're set and charged and ready for detonation upon your command. The 3 of them wander in, move over to the booth table, and slide over.
He gets a quick message. Make sure to grab her alert bracelet before.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I assume that.
Yeah,
comes across
it just
on my
kind
ca-
of
on
like
my ca- on my
it's
goggles,
on her
my glasses,
or on his AI
AR glasses.
just for him. Yeah,
His
AR.
AR glasses.
Yeah,
Okay.
AR.
So as you're walking up to the table, that pops up to you. You're kind of like taking you want to make a charisma plus con roll to remain cool as you're reading the text and whatnot. Try not to lead on to any ideas that bad things might be about to happen.
I would rather do a composure roll.
Yeah, let's do a composure roll, because, Mark's always watching everybody, even you.
Oh, cool.
I hope you would write it down.
Oh.
Okay. You guys slide into the booth. Waitress walks over, tells you guys coffee, water, sodas, couple of beers and wines, tea, sake. And you guys begin placing orders.
Yep.
What happens next? Hint.
I'm just waiting for whatever this diversion is to happen. You know?
Oh, I wasn't
Okay.
talking to you.
Got
I was
it.
talking to everyone else.
Um,
This is no
What was the
longer my
question?
show.
yeah.
This is a narrative direction, so
Correct.
don't worry about dice rolls. You guys have already done it. I want to hear a really great description of what is
Okay.
happening.
So, halfway through dinner, you guys are having a laugh. She orders some sake, just a little bit, just to kind of lighten her heart up a little bit. She did good works today. You know, she wants a little bit extra. About halfway through dinner, explosions through the glass. People panic, start running around. Screaming happens in the restaurant. What's going
Well,
on?
only watermelon, watermelon, but
Yeah. People duck behind tables. The waiters run out of the way. What is Odysseus doing?
Okay, so glass starts shattering.
Yep.
People are screaming. Total chaos.
Mass hysteria, cats and dogs living together.
So I would have positioned myself like on the outside edge of the booth, or someplace easy to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
So I spring up out of my seat, draw my gun, and pull Miss Van Zant out of the booth and say, "We got to get out of here. Mark, cover us." And run, using myself as a shield over Miss Van Zant's body, pushing screaming people out of the way.
Have the car pull around.
Yeah, have motion for the car to pull around and run out into the rain, leaving Mark behind. Unless he tries to follow.
Well, Mark is
No.
going to try to follow, right?
As he tries
Well,
to
he is.
follow.
Flash mob gets in front of him. All the panicking people start running and pushing their way between you and him, trying to get to the exit. Quite a few people responded to the ad.
Like, way more than you expected. I mean,
Yeah.
people are getting paid to have a free meal.
Exactly. They're getting a free meal. They're getting a little extra money.
So as I push Miss Van Zant into the van, like making her like duck her head and everything, I look back, and Mark is almost making it out of the door. So I shoot back at him. I shoot at Mark.
He has a family!
I'm aiming for his legs.
Fuck
Just don't
yeah,
want
do
to
it!
follow
I'm going to
there.
give you karma. That's awesome. I love it.
All right, so
You should see if.
do you want me to do dice rolls for this?
realizes that he's the one shooting at him.
What's that?
We do dice rolls for shooting at him.
Yeah, you need to roll to hit. One success, you're going to hit. You're going to do some damage. The more success you get, the more damage you do to his leg.
Yeah, no, I can totally buy a success to him. Like I'm not trying to kill him. I'm just trying to keep him from running it towards us anymore. So yeah, I'll buy. I mean, I'll just buy one success if that's enough to stop him.
All right, do some damage.
Uh,
I got to roll Mark's.
Why would you do that? Then he's just going to tell everyone that he's going to
He
be.
doesn't know. Your explosions are going off.
yeah,
You
I'm
would have
just-
staggered them at least a little bit.
He's not going to see.
He might
Oh,
not.
you're doing it when he's not looking.
Yeah, like he's
Yeah.
he's backing out of the restaurant, trying to keep an eye on what's going on behind.
Okay.
Like
I thought,
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flash
Small
mobs are not
explosion.
going to stop Mark. Mark's a built-in individual.
Yeah.
He got 2 successes on his bod check, by the way. I need you to do at least 3 points of damage.
okay, so I apologize, but you might have to remind me how damage works. It's 7p.
Plus the number of successes. So you've done at least 5.
Oh,
So that's good.
okay, yeah, because it was just one success, so it would have been. Okay, cool.
So as the small explosions are going off, people are screaming. You turn around. In the heat of the moment, her head is pushed down into the car. She just sees you go back and fire as another explosion rings out, and here's Mark
Exactly.
go,
Mhm.
ah!
She doesn't know. I mean, is she paying attention? Does she know you just shot Mark? Probably not. But at the
No,
same
no.
time, she just knows there's fire going on, and she thinks her life is in jeopardy.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you get her into the car. You run around to the thing and start driving to the
Yep.
safe house.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Mark went down. I hope he's gonna be okay, but I know a safe place we can lay low. It's close
She's like-
nearby.
She says, "Get me out of here," as she starts fiddling with her phone. What the fuck? She says, "Fucking piece of shit! Fucking airplane mode! Turn the fuck off!" As she's banging it on the counter, the thing trying to work.
Yeah, no. So I totally floor it getting out of the parking lot. Like, spin the tires,
Yep.
make some smoke, get out of there, and but then once I'm on the road, I drive reasonably, because and like check for people following us.
You're driving
and-
fast.
Yeah, quickly.
Quickly, but
Let's
you're
say-
taking like back roads
back
to get
roads.
away from
Mhm,
things,
exactly.
just making sure nobody's
Yeah.
following
Random left,
you.
random right.
Okay. She continues to bitch about the fact her phone isn't answering, not responding. It has suddenly gone into airplane mode and she can't get it out. Goddamn piece of technology and stuff like that.
I'll look back in the mirror and say, try holding the menu button and the power button at the same time. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying random things to
Okay.
be faux helpful.
She says-
She takes a screenshot.
She says, "Give me your phone. I'll try yours. I
You
need
should
to
be
call the
pulling-
company."
You should be pulling up to the auto shop.
Yeah.
Call me
So
whenever you get involved.
yeah, I'll say it's okay. We're almost to the safe house. We
What
call from
safe
there.
house? We need to be going to downtown, she'll say. We need to get out of here. This is Tacoma. It's dangerous.
That's why we're
Trust me,
going.
I know a place. It's right here. And I pull up into one of the garage bays of the auto shop. And the door closes behind me.
All right.
automatic.
As you pull into the garage bay, she's looking around, and she turns to look at you. Not only is there no confusion on her face, but an incredible amount of realization that some shit must be up. As she is now backpedaled to the back side of the van, on the other side, pushed herself up against the passenger door.
This is you. This is where you, like...
This is you guys.
Yeah.
I know.
So,
Yeah. I mean, Alan sees the van, like, or the, Escalade. Let's just call it an Escalade.
Call it an
the big-ass
Escalade.
Lincoln. like, pull up
It's
into
an
the shop.
Escalade.
Yeah.
Alan has been camped out inside one of the 2 junkers that's still there.
Uh-huh.
And he's watching. He's watching this come in, and as soon as they're pulled in, he's unlatched both doors. So the passenger door is towards the limo. He slides out the driver's door and stealths up behind where Miss Van Zant is. So I'm going to need to do a sneak roll.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I figure I'll throw in. He's probably done a stealth spell at force 4, so that'll add like 4 dice. I think is.
Oh yeah.
To his sneak. Yeah. So
he's walking up to
Yes.
the door that she's like
walking
pressed up against.
Yeah, and he's trying to walk up behind her.
Okay.
Behind her as she started forward, and as she's backing up, he's aiming to be right behind her.
So she's still in the car. She's pushed herself against the passenger door at this point in time. And you're moving up to the passenger door. Yeah.
And open it.
Oh, shit. All right, she's going to make a perception. She is not a mouth breather, but she doesn't have all the stats of a combat individual. I'm going to give her an intuition of probably 4 and a perception of 2, so that's 6 dice.
But at the same time, I'm trying to hand her my phone so she can call whoever she needs to call.
Okay.
So like as a distraction.
All right, fair enough. What was your stealth, Robin?
I rolled 4 successes.
Go ahead and roll 2 more dice. John's actions are definitely improving your ability to not be noticed.
Yeah. 1 more success.
Awesome. So 5 successes. She has 6 dice. I have to roll really fucking amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes. Oh my god, that was so fucking close. So she makes 4 successes. She's backpedaled and... Oh, bless you, kitty. As she's backpedaled to the door, she moves her hand, clips her wrist in such a way that her hand separates in a non-human way, and a barrel comes out. She grasps and twists, and a tiny revolver jumps into her hand. At the same time, the door flings open, and she begins to backpedal and fall out as she points a cybernetic limb Walter PPK at you, but she's not going to be able to pull a trigger.
Are you
and
sure
actually
her wrist is big enough for a Walter PPK?
Yeah, it's cyberware. It's like a 22 up in there.
Okay,
She's got
yeah,
like
I was
2
about to
shots.
say, like, you know,
Yeah,
that's
she's got
adorable.
that high-tech cyberware.
it
That's
can't be like something that gives a lot of recoil.
no, it's not going to be. It would be. This was all. The idea is it's a.
Can we
gotcha.
snap her elbow?
All right, so Alan, as you fling the door open, she comes tumbling back, and her hand goes off like a gun. Kakak! As she falls to the ground. What do you guys?
Well, Alan's going to had his staff at ready, so he's going to thump her head real good with it.
Go for it.
Knock that bitch out.
Ooh!
I've got my.
Bitch out.
I had my. Like I said, I wanted my van in the front in the road.
Yes.
I want my. I'm gonna bring my predator out and ready to attack, ready to lunge.
Well, so what? Again, combat. How do I roll to hit?
You should have straight. What you're hitting with your staff?
Yes.
You should have a melee skill,
Yep.
and you should
Clubs.
have unarmed, which I do believe unarmed was agility based.
Yes, but I'm doing staff, which is clubs.
I shall check.
I have a quick question while you're checking that. Would I have had time to reach out and like grab her metal wrist as she's falling out and try?
We're going to be doing an
snag that off?
initiative here in just a moment, and so we'll see
Cool.
how that
Okay.
works out. I definitely. Oh, was that?
Agility.
Thank you very much, Egan. You're much faster at this shit than me. It is agility plus your melee. Let's do an initiative. She is not a mouth breather. Considering the situation she's in, she's activating her boosted reflexes. Gives her an extra +2 to rolling initiative.
Oh, I rolled 15.
12.
Yeah, I mean, Alan's no Odysseus, but
I got
the dice are actually with me tonight.
Jay? Awesome.
That's a 17. No, I'm sorry. That's a 15.
Is her cyberware like, I mean, I assume her cyberware is hackable.
Have you rolled initiative yet?
No, I'm gonna do that right
Well, then
now.
without an initiative, you can't do anything.
Right meow.
Right, man.
Gonna do it. Okay, so it's my
Shut her meow.
matrix initiative, right?
No, your real world initiative, because
Oh.
you're kind of like hanging out. You got to like slide into that whole matrix shit next round.
She rolled a natural
I
6.
did.
Woot.
so
Initiative, intuition.
15.
Initiative is reaction plus intuition plus a d6.
Right. It's 15.
All right, so you're 15. John, you're at 21. She's a 12. Jay, what did you get?
15.
15. And Robin, what did you get?
14.
Robin, what did you get?
14.
All right,
Nice.
so 21 is first. John, you want to go for the bracelet?
Oh yeah.
Agility plus unarmed. 2 successes, please, sir.
Agility. That's 5. Unarmed is 5. I'm just gonna buy 2 successes.
You got the bracelet. That's 21. Next in line, 15.
I'm gonna hold action.
Holding, 14.
Oh wait, she's also. got
I
15.
also have 15.
Oh, you also have 15.
Yeah. I am going to try to hack her cyberware.
3 marks. You need 3 marks, and then the next action you take, you can do something.
Okay. What am I hacking? Like hacking on the fly?
It's
Okay.
hacking on the fly.
Oh, good lord.
She's using her Fairlight Excalibur phone to protect her cyberware, so she's got 10 dice.
Those really are lovely phones.
They're incredibly lovely phones. Oh, sad face. She got 2 successes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a
5,
Fairlight
6, 7,
Excalibur. It's actually 12
9.
dice. So I'll drop 2 more. All right,
10.
4 successes.
Okay, so I got 10.
You got
Successes?
10 successes?
What's your limit?
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
My limit is. Hold on. Let me double check my limit real quick. I mean, it. No. That's my social limit.
Yeah, the M is Matrix, so. I don't know.
That's for some. That's like matrix perception. I have to look at my. There's my deck. There's my. No, that's not.
It's a sleaze, so whatever your sleaze is.
7 with Kuma. It's 8.
8. So you got 8 successes to her 4.
Yeah.
You lay down 3 marks pretty quickly. You are so tense right now. You just got in there and just kung fu'd your way in. You've definitely thrown some Overwatch in. You know, if the gods are watching, it's probably pretty bad at this point in time if they can see what the hell's going on.
Ew, yeah.
All right, that was on 15-14. Whack her in the head with the staff.
Oh, you're muted, Robin. You're muted, Robin.
Oh, sorry. Yes. So, I believe a call shot to the head is -4.
Yes.
Well, that would be 4 dice. 2 successes.
All right, you're able to whack her in the head. She gets to use her unarmed to kind of defend herself. Actually, she was shooting.
She's got one arm free at this point.
I'll give her a defense roll with a minus a dice. So that's 2, 3 from her agility, and then 2 from her skill, -1, so 4 dice.
-2 if she only has one arm free.
Sure. All right, 3 dice.
That way she has to roll.
No successes. You whack her in the
Okay.
head. Go ahead and let's your strength plus your staff damage plus an extra 2.
Staff damage. Okay. That's fine. I know I got staff damage on here. Somewhere. Arg.
Thank you for that
Right.
helpful advice, Ekin. Let's see if they follow through.
For some reason, I don't have the staff written down. But I can do the strength.
Yeah, +2.
Yep. Okay, so that would be 6.
And the staff is 3 more. So strength +5 in total.
Okay, 9.
Oh my god! And you burned your fucking edge!
No, hang on. This is damage. It's just 9. It's her body versus the 9. Calm down. There's no damage. Oh,
Okay, no damage roll. Thank God.
right? Am
Oh,
I
yeah.
doing?
Oh, so that's good.
Yeah, it's the damage is 9, and that's what she has to resist.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if she doesn't roll damage, that's. I mean, I could be wrong. That's how I've been running the system forever, right?
When I see that doesn't do anything, I'll take my action whenever
no,
I can.
apparently that's 9 dice. Like, that's
That's a really solid blow to the
that's
head.
9
Oh, okay.
damage. Yeah, it wasn't rolled. Whew.
I got my sacrifice to the random number gods out of the
Yeah,
way.
exactly. Okay,
Thing.
she has a body score of 4, plus Orthoskin gives her another 1 for 5.
She takes 4 damage.
She's got 5 dice to roll against the 9.
Oh.
And she blocks 1 of the 8, one of the 9 damage, so 8 to her face. Bang! You hit her.
Damn.
Like, you hit her hard
You
enough.
break her nose.
Like, really. If she had armor, I would definitely be considering the armor, but she doesn't have any.
And
She
by
has...
break, smash.
Yeah, but her head bounces in a way that this would definitely knock somebody out. But she doesn't seem to be as incoherent as she should be.
Excellent. Thank you, Egan.
Yes,
Same
definitely.
thing. Whenever I can take my action, I will.
Yes, she seems to still be kind of like trying to slide across the concrete.
Yeah, I'm gonna sick my predator on it. It's
It's a
on her.
Not
There you go.
anymore.
On her, I mean.
Oh, did
But it's because it's going to turn into a dragon.
I love it. It's gonna turn into a dragon. It's gonna turn into a dragon. So good. All right. You're sending the attack robot
The dog
thing,
one, yeah.
right? All right. It'll run over and do its bite attack
Yeah,
against.
bite its attack. Yeah, bite attack. I have GM Nissan Guard Dog has a bite attack and binds. What's binds?
Means it grapples when it actually hits. Like it
Okay.
holds on to the target. It doesn't have an unarmed listed. Maybe
No.
an attack program.
An attack program?
Yeah.
No.
Agreed. Ekin, I completely forgot. You're going to save me one last time. What programs does it have listed? Probably an unarmed attack because it's a guard Doberman.
Bite.
So it's a pilot program that it's running, and you're not zipped into it or nothing. You're not doing it. You're telling the pilot program to do it.
Right, exactly.
So it should have like an unarmed skill, and I think the maximum it can have is equal to its pilot program, which is a 3. I'm trying to find those sword-wielding guys. It kind of says it there. Yeah. It has an auto soft for its bite.
So 6 dice.
So yeah,
6.
it gets 6 dice. That's thank you. I was unsure. This is like the second time I've done drones in 5th edition. Your lifesaver. No lifesavers
This
or
is the
candies.
first time I've physically attacked with the drone, so. You said 6 dice?
6 dice.
I've got
20.
2 successes, or 20 is my damage.
I don't think that's how that works.
20 damage.
Yeah. That's what I want to know. What is it? Is it
It's 2 successes.
Successes.
All right.
2 successes?
She had 3 dice to flail her arm around and protect herself.
Sure.
She got 1 success, so you get 1 success. The bite does, we'll say 6 plus 1 from the success, so 7 points of damage. Her body is a 5 because of her enhancements. She takes 2, so 5 more points of damage. This will put her into her overflow.
Alright. Oh man, Odysseus, that means you
We are now at 11.
are up.
Alright, so she looks beat to hell, obviously.
Yeah.
We
Um,
want flavor text now.
Dice rolling's done with, man.
We want
Dice
flavor
rolling's.
text.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
we grappled her now, right?
Yeah, the dog's
He-
bitten a hold of her.
Yeah.
yeah. So, Zoe, are you even in the room?
I'm in your phone.
You're in my phone. Okay.
I'm in your phone.
So I'm just gonna look to the people around me and say, where did you guys set up the cameras? We have to get her snuff on video.
There,
You're
and
not
right in the
there.
middle.
You're not there. They need to talk.
Yeah, I look at the
Okay,
people around me.
We're outside right now, right? We're not in the
we're-
garage.
we're-
No, you're in the
we're
garage.
garage stalls.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Then roll over. Let's do it.
Okay, so I guess Al is the only one who's actually physically in the room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll go, there, do it quick. I'm going to need to do some spell casting and wiping
There's 5 cameras.
afterwards.
You can.
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure I didn't have to drag her to the office or anything.
No.
So I stand over her, look her in the eyes, level my weapon towards her, and say, Jess sends her regards.
Jess.
Yes.
And I kapow right in the head.
All right.
Brain pan.
Sarah, what's your next initiative score?
What is it? -10 each time?
Yes.
5 at 5.
All right, so that was 11. She would be a 2 at this point in time. On 5, you notice that there is a computer inside of her hardware that's part of her cyberware. Some information, there's a massive download, and a burst signal is getting ready to be fired out. Some sort of communication device is being activated. You notice she has a pretty extensive neural net in her head, along with some other pieces of cyberware. Both of her arms are cyberware. She's got some other cyberware stuff. Some sort of pumping device is starting to excrete some chemical in the body. You have no fucking idea what the half this shit is, but there's some serious stuff going on.
Can I turn off the burst?
You can turn off anything. You got 3 successes. What do you want to turn off?
Yeah. The burst download.
Just the
gonna
burst?
happen.
You
Sure.
want
Well,
just
I mean,
kill it.
if I can turn it all off.
Why
I'll just-
can't you?
I mean, yes. I
All
mean,
right.
I'm just saying, like, I turn it all off.
This is all This is all
Okay,
narration.
okay,
So go ahead,
okay.
go for it.
Thank you.
So as it kind of, it starts glowing as a small orb where her brain silhouette actually would be, and in the Matrix, I just kind of walk over and hold it in my hands, in between my hands, and then crush it and stop the download burst from happening. And then I push the chemical pumping. It would just kind of like, it would look like gears getting ready to force things through, and I just kind of like push that out of the way and it stops it. What else was there? There was the brain download, the chemicals pumping.
Weapons. She's got several pieces of cyberware.
Okay.
I mean, you should continue. Just keep going. You're doing good.
Yeah. Just like flipping switches on different parts of her bodies, I just reach out and start turning everything off. Piece by piece.
All right, you guys continue. This is your narrative. I don't want to stop you.
Well, as Odysseus says, just sends her regards, Alan's going to be checking her physical vitals to try and figure out when she's dead.
The large hole in her face kind of dictates a death at this point in time.
Yeah, so, but
I mean,
he
you-
wants to make sure her heart's
Okay. All right.
stopped.
You
That
will-
there's a cessation of physical activity.
So you're going to
complete
reach down and
physical
stick
acti-
2 fingers into her neck to check for a pulse.
Yes.
Did we remember to turn on the cameras?
The cameras have been on.
Just okay.
Can we
Just
do
had to check.
They're motion sensor cameras, so as soon as they like drove in, they started recording.
Yeah, Gears' voice comes out of some speaker in the dog's mouth.
Yeah.
Wait, did we turn on the camera?
Your phone speaker turns on, like where everybody can hear it. Yes, it's been on.
And Odysseus will reach down and grab the phone out of off of her corpse, because I gotta make sure that email comes back saying that the orphans got their funds.
Okay.
Good one.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
This is it's 10:30,
Yep.
and this is where our game normally ends.
Well,
Um,
Alan's going to start doing like a full. I'd say probably do a force level 5 sterilize.
Yeah.
Focus
first,
around him.
First.
So yeah, gather around everything
Yeah.
that's been spattered.
Yeah. Gather
Until,
her up. Put her in something. Yeah.
Like I said, this is the end of our game. We're going to end at this point. You guys can work toward doing whatever happens next game session. This is the cutscene.
Sounds good.
The cutscene. As the data begins welling up, getting ready to send out a signal, miles away at a special laboratory, a man walks by a bank of tubes. 4 of them to be exact. 1 is empty, 3 are filled. He looks over to notice that one of the tubes has a flashing light to it. He presses several of the buttons, wipes away to look inside at a cold, dead body laying there. Kind of waits, ignores it, pushes some buttons and resets the flashing light from yellow to blue, and walks away.
Shit.
What does that mean?
That means that she was successful. Zoe was successful.
I stopped her brain from being downloaded into another clone.
Okay.
She did.
She dead.
Is RD dead, bitch?
Yeah. Real death.
Oh, yeah. Good job, guys. Oh, yeah. She dead. Wow. I will work to tallying up karma for next time, and you guys can work to cleaning up your mess, both physically, astrally, mechanically, electronically, whatever it happens to be. I'd like to reach out to our audience tonight who have been amazing. Thank you so much for saving me, as well as enjoying our show. I'd like to thank you for joining us. And all those who sat listening quietly, thank you so much for participating in our actual play.
Yes. Also, a couple of plugs for us. We have recently made an affiliate on Twitch. And so if you are feeling very generous, you can subscribe or give us some cheers and bits or not quite donate because I haven't figured out how to do that yet. But I'm gonna.
But if you do feel like donating, we do have a Patreon, and that goes towards upgrading all of the
check
things
this
that
out. If you guys can't see it, but Robin and I are both wearing the same headset.
Yes,
you have to believe me.
We have with your help, we have upgraded our headsets for people who needed them. And so thank you very much, patrons, for allowing us to be able to do that. And gosh, if you're interested in being a patron, you can go over to patreon.com/originalboxset and check out our cool things. Everything starts at $1.
Yeah, that's your way of saying, you guys did a great job, here's $1. And it helps us because it buys us headsets. It helps pay for the website, Roll20. It helps pay for all the little things that we do that help enhance our show.
Yeah. Yep. But thank you for being a part of our night, and we will be back in... What? When are we going to be back?
Karaoke.
When are we going to be back?
Yeah, when are we going to be back?
We're going to find out because it's on our calendar at originalboxset.com, so you can check out our games, when we're going to be doing stuff. Pretty much Sundays, we have a lot of stuff going on. The next Shadowrun game is going to be October 14th. So tune in then, and we'll have a great time.
Heck yeah, we'll get to watch these guys clean up their mess.
Yeah, the next time you're going to see us, though, is October 3rd. On Wednesday, we are playing Pathfinder 2.0, the playtest. And we will be including... Oh, no, that's not even the next time. The next time you're going to see is next Sunday because I'm running Iron Kingdoms.
Woot.
And we're doing some awesome shit. They're going through a swamp. They're good. They've already met swamp people. Swampies. And they're about to go into a very scary place.
You shouldn't go there.
Anyway. Come over,
Swampies.
6:30 or 7 o'clock, somewhere in between there, Eastern time is when we're starting. And then after that, tune in next Wednesday, or October 3rd, for Pathfinder 2.0.
Also have fun running at the local con there, Ekin. Very cool. Very cool. Jealous. Love Battletech. I'm a Battletechie. With that, I want to thank everybody, and good night!
Good night!
Good night.